On a world of red skies and black forests, you are born into shadows. You are not like others. You are a Nightsister. Your blood carries magic, your breath carries power, and your fate carries danger. The galaxy will fear you, but it will also try to destroy you. Now, the story begins. Close your eyes, feel the calm, and surrender to the shadows that will carry you into destiny. And if you want to walk deeper into the darkness of legends, make sure to subscribe, because this is only the beginning. The world is red, not the gentle red of a setting sun, but a harsh, violent glow that stains the clouds and bleeds across the twisted horizon of Dathomir. You open your eyes for the first time beneath a sky that never softens, and the first breath you take carries with it the thick scent of damp earth, wild smoke, and ancient magic. The shadows of towering trees stretch over you like blackened claws, their crooked branches dripping with vines that twitch as though alive. Somewhere in the jungle, a rancor bellows, a sound so deep and primal that it shudders through your bones before you even know what fear is. From the beginning, you are wrapped in whispers. The Nightsisters gather around you, faces painted in ash and blood, their chants low and rhythmic. Born of ichor, born of shadow, they murmur, voices weaving a spell that marks you before you even understand words. You do not yet know who you are, but already they decide. You are not a child of light, not a child of peace. You are a daughter of the dark side, and your life will be bound to Dathomir's power. The air is heavy here, thicker than anywhere else in the galaxy. It carries weight, the breath of spirits who linger just beyond sight. You feel them even as an infant, the sense that unseen eyes follow your every movement, waiting, watching, judging. Sometimes they whisper your name in tones you cannot repeat. Sometimes they press cold fingers against your skin, reminding you that you are never alone, not even in silence. As you grow, the jungle grows with you. Its branches seem to twist toward your path, its shadows bending to hide or to reveal. Every day, you walk beneath skies of crimson, your small feet sinking into dark mud that clings like blood. The nights are filled with the roars of beasts and the echo of tribal drums that shake the earth. And through it all, your heart learns to beat not in innocence, but in rhythm with the pulse of danger. The first time you see a rancor up close, its massive form towers above the canopy, eyes glowing with animal rage. Your sisters do not shield you, they push you forward, forcing you to look into the monster's face. Fear is the root of weakness, one hisses, her breath cold against your ear. But here, fear is a weapon. Learn it, wield it. You tremble, your small frame shaking, but you do not run. Even in your earliest days, Dathomir teaches you, survival is not a choice, it is a demand. And so you begin to change. You are no longer a child who dreams of warmth or safety. Instead, you are a vessel of instinct, shaped by shadows and blood. You learn to walk quietly, to listen for the shift of leaves before a predator strikes. You learn to watch the way your sister's eyes narrow in jealousy or widen in suspicion. Even as you grow among them, you feel the truth. Your greatest danger is not always the beasts outside the village, but the hands that sit beside you by the fire. At night, when the fires burn low and the smoke curls into the blood-red sky, you hear the voices of the elders. They tell tales of the ichor, green as venom, alive as thought, that runs beneath the skin of the planet itself. It is the breath of Dathomir, the lifeblood of the Nightsisters. They speak of Mother Talzin, whose command of that ichor is greater than any in living memory. Her word is law, her will is absolute. She sees in you something the others do not, though she does not yet speak of it. She only watches, her eyes gleaming like twin moons, her silence heavier than words. Sometimes you wake in the night and see her shadow at the edge of your tent, still as a phantom. You want to ask why she watches you, why her gaze feels like both protection and judgment, but your lips never part. Something in her silence warns you, the truth will come, and it will know. Come gently. The days bleed into one another, each one marked by the rhythm of chants and the taste of bitter herbs. You are taught not to smile, but to scowl, not to laugh, but to chant. The Nightsisters do not raise children, they forge weapons, and you are one of them. Every scar, every bruise, every drop of blood spilled in training is a reminder. You do not belong to yourself. You belong to the sisterhood, to the ichor, to Dathomir. And yet, there are moments when you wonder, when the wind shifts and carries with it the faint sound of something softer, a bird's cry, a distant river. You feel a tug deep in your chest, a thought that does not belong. What lies beyond the forests, beyond the red sky, you do not know, and perhaps you fear. You are not meant to know, for Dathomir does not forgive those who dream of escape. But even as the shadows claim you, fate stirs. One evening, as the moons rise pale against the red, you stand at the edge of the swamp. The water is black, still as glass, yet you feel something move beneath. A ripple, a voice, too low to hear, yet too sharp to ignore. It calls to you, not with words, but with hunger. You kneel, your fingers brushing the surface. The ichor responds, green light twisting beneath your hand. It curls upward, a mist rising from the swamp, wrapping itself around your wrist like a serpent. You feel it seep into your skin, burning and freezing all at once. And in that instant, you understand. You are bound. Your breath stutters. Your vision blurs. And for a moment the world opens. You see glimpses of shadows taller than mountains. Wars fought across stars. Blades of red and green crossing in endless battle. You see the galaxy, not as it is, but as it will be. And somewhere within it you see yourself, standing not as a child, but as a weapon of fate. Then the vision vanishes. The ichor slips away, sinking back into the swamp, but it leaves. Its mark burned into your veins, into your very soul. You stumble back, gasping, heart pounding as if it has seen too much. The jungle around you feels different now, as if it knows you have changed, as if it waits for what you will become. Behind you a voice whispers, low, cold, certain, you have been chosen. You turn, but no one is there. Only the shadows, only the mist. The firelight from the village flickers in the distance. You walk toward it, but each step feels heavier, as if the swamp clings to your heels, unwilling to let you go. The red sky above deepens, the stars hidden behind a veil of crimson cloud, and you know, your life is no longer your own. The red mist has risen, and it will never fall again. Somewhere beyond the trees, a figure waits, watching, silent, patient. Mother Talzin's eyes gleam in the distance, and her lips curl in the faintest hint of a smile. She has seen what the ichor has whispered to you. She knows what you will become, and in that knowing, your true journey begins. The red sky has not changed, but you have. The ichor burns inside you now, an invisible brand carved into your soul. The swamp's whisper still lingers in your ears, a voice that is not a voice, a memory that is not a memory. When you return to the village, the firelight feels different, sharper, as though every flame is watching you. The Nightsisters chant in their circles, but the rhythm bends around you as if their song no longer belongs to itself. It belongs to you, and she is waiting. Mother Talzin. She stands at the edge of the fire, her silhouette framed by the crimson glow of the night sky. Her robes sway in a wind that is not there, her eyes glimmering green in the darkness. She does not speak at first, she simply stares, and that stare is heavier than 1,000 words. You feel your knees weaken, your breath falter. She sees you, not the child, not the frightened girl, but the vessel the ichor has chosen. Finally her voice comes, smooth and sharp as a blade of glass. You have touched the swamp. You try to answer, but the words stumble. Your tongue feels heavy. All you manage is a trembling nod. Her lips curl faintly, neither smile nor frown, but something between. Then the swamp has touched you. The circle of sisters falls silent. Their chanting dies like smoke in the air. Every eye turns to you, painted faces gleaming with suspicion, jealousy, awe. You are no longer one of them, not yet something greater, not yet something other, but already set apart. And in their silence, you hear the truth. Some will hate you for this, some will fear you, and some will wait for the chance to destroy you. Talzin raises her hand, long fingers adorned with bone charms, and beckons. Come. You step forward, your bare feet sinking into the mud, the firelight painting your skin red. She leads you away from the circle, away from the eyes of your sisters, into the shadows of the jungle. The sounds of chanting fade behind you, replaced by the low hum of insects and the distant rumble of beasts. You follow her through twisting roots and hanging vines until the forest opens into a hollow you have never seen before. The air here is thicker, glowing faintly green with threads of ichor mist that curl around the trees. At the center of the hollow lies a pool, its surface black as obsidian, yet beneath it swirls that same poisonous green you saw in the swamp. The pool breathes. You hear it. Feel it, like a heart beating within the earth. Talzin kneels by the water and gestures for you to come closer. You obey, trembling. She dips her hand into the pool, and when she lifts it, The ichor clings to her skin, glowing faintly in the night. "Dathomir is alive," she says, her voice low, almost tender. "Its blood runs beneath us, its breath fills the air we breathe. This world is our mother, our weapon, our cage, and we, its daughters, are bound to it as flesh is bound to bone." She turns her hand, and the ichor drips back into the pool, hissing as it touches the surface. Her gaze falls on you again, piercing. You have been chosen by the ichor. Few are. Most serve, most fight, most die. But you, she leans closer, her voice a whisper that seeps into your ear like smoke. You will carry the swamp's will, and you will learn. You shiver, not from cold, but from the weight of her words. She rises, her movements smooth, deliberate. The Nightsisters do not wield the Force as the Jedi or Sith do. They see the galaxy in lines of power and domination. We see it in threads. Every life, every death, every whisper of the unseen is a thread, and we weave them, with ichor, with will, with blood. She raises her hand again, and the ichor responds. Mist rises from the pool, swirling around her like a cloak. With a flick of her fingers, the mist twists into shapes. Face. S of women long dead, beasts with jagged teeth, shadows of wars long past. They flicker, then vanish. "This is our gift," she says, "and our curse. Power enough to shape, but never enough to escape. The galaxy will always fear us, because they do not understand us, and because they cannot control us." Her eyes narrow. "Do you understand, child?" You hesitate. The weight of her gaze demands an answer. But what answer could be enough? At last you whisper, "I will learn." For the first time, her lips curve into something like a smile. "Yes, you will." The lessons begin that night. She takes you deeper into the hollow, where runes carved in stone glow with faint green light. You kneel before them, the ground cold and damp beneath your knees. Talzin places her hand upon your head, and your vision darkens. You fall into the ichor's embrace, drowning in voices that claw at your mind. You see shadows of women chanting, binding their enemies with invisible chains. You feel claws tearing, screams fading, fires burning. You see Dathomir itself, its rivers of ichor, its endless red skies, its beasts bowing to the will of the sisters. The visions overwhelm you, pressing until your chest feels as though it will crack. You gasp, collapsing to the ground. The voices fade, but the echoes remain. Talzin watches you with calm, unblinking eyes. Pain is the key. Through pain, the ichor binds to you. Through pain, you learn to wield it. Remember this. And so you do. Days become nights, nights become days. You are drilled in chants until your throat burns, in rituals until your hands bleed. You learn to mix herbs that sting your tongue, to carve runes that cut your skin, to weave illusions that make your sisters see fire where there is none. Sometimes you fail. When you do, Talzin does not comfort you. She only repeats, "Pain is the key." One night she places a blade in your hand, its hilt carved from bone, its edge glinting faintly in the firelight. "The Force is not your ally," she said. "It is a river. Others drink from it. We poison it." She gestures to a small beast tied at the center of the hollow, its eyes wide with fear. "Strike, and let the ichor feed." You hesitate. The creature trembles, whimpering softly. For a moment, a shard of innocence stirs within you. You think of the river you heard once, the sound that pulled at something gentle inside. But then Talzin's voice cuts through. "Strike!" You raise the blade. Your hands shake, but you bring it down. The beast cries once, then silence. Green ichor seeps from its wound, glowing as it flows into the soil. The pool nearby shudders, as though it drinks. Your stomach twists, your heart feels heavy, but Talzin's eyes gleam with approval. "You see?" she whispers. "Life is the currency. Death is the offering. Power is the reward." That night, when you close your eyes, you see the beast's face, but you also feel the ichor stronger in your veins, whispering more clearly. You realize the truth. Innocence is weakness here, and weakness cannot survive. The days blur into trials. Talzin teaches you to weave illusions into the minds of your sisters, to make them see you vanish, to make them hear voices that are not there. She teaches you chants that bind, that twist, that break. Each lesson costs something, blood, tears, scars, but each lesson sharpens you. The others notice. Their whispers follow you like shadows. Some call you favored, others call you cursed. You begin to feel their eyes lingering too long, their voices softening when you pass. The bond of sisterhood bends, cracking under the weight of jealousy. But Talzin shields you, though she never says it aloud. She watches you closer than the rest. Her silence is protection, but also pressure. She expects more. She demands more, and you cannot fail her. One evening, as the moons hang low, she calls you again to the pool. The ichor stirs before. You even arrive, swirling as if it knows. Talzin places her hand upon your chest, her nails cold against your skin. The ichor chose you, she murmurs, but choice is not enough. It must be claimed. Before you can ask, she pushes you forward. You stumble, falling into the pool. The ichor wraps around you instantly, flooding your mouth, your lungs. You cannot breathe. You thrash, drowning in green fire. The voices return, screaming, laughing, chanting. You see death, war, darkness. You see yourself again, older, cloaked in shadow, wielding power that shakes the stars. Your chest burns, your vision fades, and just when you think the ichor will consume you, hands drag you up. You collapse on the ground, coughing, gasping, your body trembling. Talzin kneels beside you, her voice soft but unyielding. You are bound now, to Dathomir, to the ichor, to me. You look into her eyes, and for the first time, you feel the chains of destiny close around you. You are not just a child, you are a weapon being forged. And as you lie there, the pool behind you rippling with its eerie green glow, you know something deeper. This is only the beginning. Far away, beyond the forest, thunder rolls across the red sky. But you know it is no storm. Something is coming, something that will test all you have learned. The mother's lessons have begun, and they will never end. The jungle waits for you. You stand at the edge of the village, the red sky casting its eternal glow over the world. Behind you, the chants of your sisters fade into silence. Ahead lies the wild, an endless sea of twisted trees, choking vines, and unseen eyes watching from the shadows. The air is heavy, thick with mist that clings to your skin like cold fingers. Even before you step forward, you feel the weight of it pressing down on your chest, reminding you of what this trial truly means: survival. Mother Talzin's voice lingers in your ear, calm and merciless. A Nightsister who cannot master the wilds is no Nightsister at all. You will walk into the jungle. You will face what lives within it. And if you return, then you will be one of us. Her gaze had pierced you when she spoke those words, sharp as a blade pressed to your throat. You understood what she meant. Failure is not weakness here. Failure is death. You take your first step into the undergrowth. The ground is soft, damp, and it swallows the sound of your footsteps. The trees arch overhead, their black bark twisted like bones, their branches knotted together to block out the moons. The little light that filters through paints everything in shades of crimson and shadow. The air is filled with the buzz of insects, the rustle of unseen movement. You are not alone, not for a heartbeat, and yet you must walk alone. That is the way of the trial. No sisters beside you, no chance to steady your nerves, only you, your breath, and the wild. Your hands tighten around the bone knife given to you. Its edge is sharp, carved with runes that glow faintly green in the dark. It feels too small against the vastness of the jungle, but it is all you have. That and the whispers of ichor that still hum faintly in your blood. You move carefully, every step measured. You listen, as Talzin taught you. The jungle has a language of its own, and if you do not learn it, you will not live. The crack of a branch, the sudden silence of insects, the distant roar of a beast, all are signs, all are warnings. Hours pass, you do not know how many. The red sky never shifts, never fades. Dathomir has no mercy for time. Hunger gnaws at you, thirst scratches at your throat, but you keep moving, deeper into the wild. The first test comes suddenly. A low growl rumbles through the trees, shaking the leaves above. You freeze, your breath caught in your chest. The shadows shift, and from them steps a beast you have only seen from afar. A rancor, smaller than the great ones that tower above the canopy, but still massive, its hide thick, its claws glinting in the dim light. Its yellow eyes fix on you, and in that gaze you see nothing but hunger. Your heart slams against your ribs. You know you cannot outrun it. You know you cannot fight it head on. You must think. You must listen. The rancor roars, the sound splitting the air, and it charges. The ground trembles beneath its weight. You dive to the side, rolling across mud and roots as its claws tear through the earth where you stood. You scramble to your feet, knife raised, but the beast is already turning. You run, not away, but toward the trees. You weave through their trunks, forcing the rancor to follow. Its size works against it. It crashes through branches, shattering wood, slowed by the jungle's embrace. You leap over roots, duck under vines, your breath ragged in your chest. And then, as you feel its hot breath behind you, you spot it, a pit of tangled roots, deep and hidden. You dive across. The rancor, too large to notice, crashes into the pit. It bellows, thrashing, claws tearing at the earth. You stand above it, panting, sweat dripping down your brow. You could flee now. You could leave it trapped, return to the village alive. But Talzin's words echo in your mind. A Nightsister does not flee the wilds. She masters them. You kneel at the edge of the pit. The rancor thrashes, roaring, snapping its jaws. You close your eyes, steady your breath, and reach inward, into the ichor that hums in your blood. You whisper the words you were taught, low and trembling. The ichor responds. A green mist seeps from your skin, curling around your fingers, drifting down into the pit. The rancor roars again, but its voice falters. The mist coils around its throat, its eyes, its mind. Its movements slow, weaken. You open your eyes and you see them glowing faintly green in the dark. Your voice steadies, louder now, stronger. The rancor bows its head, trembling. And then, silence. You exhale, your body trembling. The beast is bound, not by chains, not by blade, but by your will. You feel it inside you now, its strength tethered to your own. The ichor burns hotter in your veins, but you do not resist. You accept it. This is the lesson. This is survival. You rise, and the rancor rises with you, climbing from the pit with slow, obedient steps. It towers above you still, but no longer with hunger in its eyes. Only submission, only bond. The jungle is no longer as it was. Its shadows seem to bow to you now, its silence filled with respect. For the first time, you feel more than fear. You feel power. But the wilds are not finished. You walk deeper, the rancor following at your side, each step shaking the ground. The ichor whispers approval, but its voice is never kind. More, always more. The second test comes at night, if night can be called what passes for it on Dathomir. The moons rise pale and sickly in the crimson sky, casting the jungle in silver and blood. You build a fire, small and weak, the rancor curling in the shadows nearby. But the firelight draws attention, eyes gleam in the dark, dozens of them. Then, from the trees they come, Nightsisters, not your sisters of flesh, but spirits of those long dead. Their bodies shimmer with green ichor, their faces twisted with rage. They circle you, chanting in voices like broken glass. You rise, knife in hand, but you know steel cannot touch them. These are not beasts. These are trials of another kind. The spirits close in, their voices rising. They whisper your name, your fears, your doubts. You are weak. You will fail. You are nothing but prey. Your heart pounds. The fire sputters. The rancor shifts uneasily. But even it cannot touch them. This battle is yours alone. You close your eyes, draw on the ichor. You remember Talzin's words. Pain is the key. You open the wounds of your training, the scars on your hands, the blood you spilled. You let the pain rise, and with it, the ichor surges. Your eyes snap open, glowing faint green. You chant, your voice raw, desperate. The spirits recoil, hissing, their forms trembling. You raise your knife, and though it cannot cut flesh, it slices through the air, carving symbols in the ichor's glow. The spirits scream, twisting, dissolving into mist. Silence falls. The fire steadies. You collapse to your knees, gasping, sweat pouring down your face. The rancor lowers its head beside you, rumbling softly. You have passed. The jungle watches. You feel it. The wilds do not give approval easily, but tonight, they acknowledge you. You are no longer just a child thrown into the shadows. You are a Nightsister forged by them. And yet, as you rise, as you look into the endless red horizon, you feel something else. A presence. Distant, but growing. Not beast, not spirit. Something colder, something darker. The ichor whispers it first. A storm is coming. Not of rain, not of thunder, but of war. And though you cannot yet see it, you know, this trial is only the beginning. The wilds have shaped you, but soon the galaxy itself will test what you have become. The rancor's heavy footsteps echo in your memory long after you leave the wilds behind. You walk into the village not as the trembling child who stepped out, but as something sharper, harder, bound to the jungle by blood and will. Mud stains your skin, cuts mark your arms, but your eyes glow faintly green under the red sky. The other Nightsisters see it. They know what you have done. A hush falls when you return. Their chants falter. Their whispers grow louder. Some bow their heads, unwilling to meet your gaze. Others glare, their painted faces twisting with envy. In their silence, you hear the truth. You have survived what many could not. You have bound the wild to your will. And now, whether they accept you or not, you are one of them. Mother Talzin steps forward, her robes flowing like shadows across the ground. She says nothing at first, only studies you with those piercing eyes. Then slowly she nods. It is a gesture so small, yet it burns brighter than fire in your chest. You have faced the wilds, she says, her voice ringing across the camp like a chant. And you have returned. From this day, you are no longer a child. You are a sister of the shadows. The circle erupts in sound. Some cheer, voices sharp and fierce. Others remain silent, their eyes cold. But the rite is complete. You are bound not only to Dathomir's ichor, not only to your mother's will, but to the sisterhood itself. That night they gather you by the fire. The air is thick with smoke and herbs, their scent bitter, burning your throat. The sisters chant, their voices weaving in and out of one another, rising and falling like the beat of a heart. They mark your skin with ash and blood, drawing spirals and sigils across your arms, your face. Each stroke burns like fire, but you endure. Welcome, sister, one whispers in your ear, her breath hot against your skin. Her name is Zinra, her eyes sharp as knives. She smiles, but it does not reach her gaze. You feel the edge in her words, the warning in her tone. Another presses a hand to your shoulder, firmer, warmer. We are bound now, she says. Her name is Liss, her voice softer than most. In her eyes you see not jealousy, but recognition. She too has walked the path you now tread. She too knows what it costs. For the first time you sit among them as an equal. The fire dances in their eyes, their shadows long against the earth. You listen as they speak of hunts, of rituals, of visions granted by the ichor. Some speak to you, testing you with questions, prodding at your scars. Others ignore you, as if refusing to acknowledge what you have become. And you realize the truth. The sisterhood is not unity. It is survival. It is rivalry, bound in chains of ritual. Every sister beside you is both ally and enemy, both companion and rival. Together you are stronger, but within, there is no mercy. Days pass. You are drawn deeper into their ways. At dawn you chant beside them, your voice joining the rhythm of dozens more. At dusk you train with them, blades flashing in the firelight, bodies moving like dancers in a ritual of violence. You learn to fight as one, to weave magic in circles, to draw on one another's strength. But always, always, there are eyes watching you, testing you, waiting. Zinra challenges you often. A cut across the arm during training, a shove in the circle when you stumble. Each act small but sharp. She sees the ichor in your veins, the way Talzin's gaze lingers on you longer than the others. She sees it, and she hates it. Liss stays close. She shares her herbs with you, her chants, her secrets whispered in the dark. You learn that her family was taken by beasts long ago, that the sisterhood is all she has. She trusts you, or at least she tries, but even her trust carries a weight. On Dathomir, bonds are fragile. Even friendship is a blade that cuts both ways. One night, beneath the twin moons, the sisters gather for the ritual of shadows. You are brought into the circle, your body painted anew, the air thick with smoke. They chant, and you chant with them. Their voices rise higher, faster, until the ground itself trembles. The ichor seeps from the earth, glowing green, winding through your legs, your arms, your chest. And then you see them, the spirits of the dead, drifting in the mist. They move through the circle, watching, judging. Some whisper blessings, others hiss curses. They brush against your skin, cold as death. You feel their eyes upon you, heavy, endless. Suddenly, one spirit stops before you. Its face is pale, its eyes empty. It raises a hand, placing it against your chest. A cold rush floods your veins, burning brighter than fire. The chants falter, the sisters gasp. The spirit speaks, its voice echoing in your bones. This one is Mark. The ichor flares around you, brighter, wilder, twisting into the air like fire. The spirit vanishes, but its touch remains. You collapse, gasping, your body trembling. Around you the sisters whisper louder than ever. Marked, chosen, favored, cursed. Talzin steps into the circle, her presence silencing all. Her gaze falls upon you, sharp, unreadable. "The spirits have spoken," she says. "This child is bound to a fate beyond Dathomir." The words cut through the circle like a blade. The whispers turn to murmurs, murmurs to shouts. Some shout in awe, others in anger. Zinra's eyes blaze with fury, Lys's with fear. And you, your heart pounds, your breath ragged. Fate beyond Dathomir? What does it mean? Where does it lead? But Talzin says no more. She only turns, her cloak trailing behind her, and vanishes into the shadows. The circle disperses in silence, but their eyes linger on you. The days that follow are harder. Zinra's strikes grow sharper, her taunts crueler. "Marked?" Shaka. He sneers. "Cursed, more like." The others watch, some nodding, some whispering. You learn to ignore it. You learn to fight harder, but the weight never leaves. One evening, Lys pulls you aside. Her voice trembles. "Be careful," she warns. "The spirits do not mark without reason. If Talzin believes you are bound to something greater, others will try to break you before you reach it." You nod, but her words only deepen the pit in your stomach. What does it mean to be marked? Is it a gift or a curse? The sisterhood binds you, but it also sharpens you. Every chant, every fight, every whisper is another chain tightening around your fate. You feel it in your bones, in your blood. You are one of them now, but not truly. You are with them, but apart, always apart. And yet, you endure. You rise each dawn, chant each dusk, bleed in training, suffer in silence. You belong, and you do not. You are a Nightsister of the shadows, but a shadow even among them. One night, the circle gathers again. But this time the air is heavier, the fire higher, the chants darker. Talzin stands at the center, her eyes gleaming, her voice sharp as glass. "The time has come," she declares. "This sister is ready." She looks at you, only you. The whispers rise again. The others glance at one another, at you. Zinra's eyes burn with fury, Lys's with dread. You do not know what this means. You do not know what awaits. But as Talzin raises her hand, the ichor flares green, spilling into the fire, twisting into shapes that writhe like serpents. "The blood ritual," she says. "It is time." The fire roars higher, shadows stretching like claws. Your heart pounds, your breath catches. The sisterhood surrounds you, their chants beginning, louder, faster, stronger. And you know, whatever innocence you still carry, whatever part of you is still untouched, will be gone by dawn. The fire burns higher than you have ever seen, a column of flame rising into the crimson night. Its light twists the painted faces of your sisters into masks of shadow and fury. Their chants shake the air, low and thunderous, weaving together in a rhythm older than memory. Smoke curls upward, thick and bitter, filling your lungs until it feels as though you are breathing the very essence of Dathomir itself. You stand at the center of the circle. Ash marks your skin, spirals and sigils carved in dark paint across your arms, your chest, your face. The ground beneath your feet is wet, not with water, but with blood. Blood spilled from beasts taken in the hunt, blood drawn from your sister's offerings, blood that glows faintly green in the fire's light. The smell of it clings to you, copper and iron, sharp and suffocating. Mother Talzin steps forward. The chants fall to silence. Even the fire seems to bow to her presence, its roar dimming, its flames bending toward her outstretched hand. Her eyes glow with ichor's light as she studies you. "It is time," she says, her voice soft yet carrying like thunder. "Tonight, you are bound not only to your sisters, but to the ichor itself. Tonight, your blood will no longer be your own. It will belong to Dathomir." Her words settle on you like chains. You feel their weight, their finality. There is no path back. There never was. Talzin gestures, and two sisters step forward. One is Lys, her face pale, her hands trembling slightly as she carries a bowl of dark liquid that steams in the night air. The other is Zinra, her eyes sharp with fury, her grip tight on a bone-bladed dagger. You see it in her gaze. She would rather plunge that blade into your heart than offer it in ritual. But Talzin's will holds her as firmly as any chain. The bowl is placed at your feet. The dagger is pressed into your hand. Its weight is heavy, its edge glinty. The circle erupts in cries. Some shout in triumph, others in rage. Zinra's voice cuts sharp among them, too loud, too furious. But Talzin ignores it. She lowers the bowl and presses it to your lips. Drink. The word is not request, but command. You hesitate only a heartbeat before obeying. The liquid is thick, burning as it touches your tongue, heavier than water, sharper than fire. It slides down your throat like molten stone, searing every inch of you. You choke, gasp, but Talzin holds the bowl steady, forcing you to drink. When it is done, you collapse to your knees, your body trembling. The ichor explodes in your veins, fire and ice both, twisting through every muscle, every nerve. Your vision blurs, green light flooding your eyes. You hear voices, hundreds, thousands chanting in your mind. You see visions, battlefields burning, Jedi falling, Sith rising, stars shattering. You see yourself among them, cloaked in shadow, hands dripping with green fire. The pain grows sharper, unbearable. You scream, your voice lost in the chorus of chants around you. You claw at the earth, your nails breaking against stone. The ichor burns deeper, reaching your heart. For a moment you think it will kill you, that your veins will burst, your body shatter, but then, silence. The voices vanish. The fire steadies. You open your eyes. The world is clearer than ever before. You see the veins of ichor glowing faintly in the ground, the spirits drifting at the edges of the circle, the fear hidden in the eyes of your sisters. You rise slowly, unsteady at first, but then stronger. The pain is gone, replaced by a humming power that thrums in your chest, your hands, your very breath. You are changed, not child, not novice. Nightsister. Talzin's gaze is on you, unreadable, sharp. It is done, she says. You are bound. The sisters echo her words, some with joy, some with venom. Zinra spits into, "Oh, the dirt," her eyes burning with hatred. Lys's gaze is softer but filled with worry. The fire burns lower, the chants fading. The circle breaks. But you remain standing in the center, your blood still fresh on your skin, your veins still glowing faintly green. You feel the weight of what has been done. There is no undoing this. You are tied to the ichor forever, and yet, beneath the power, beneath the pride, there is something else. A whisper, a warning. The ichor's voice lingers in your ear, low and cold. This power is not free. It will demand more, always more. The night deepens. The fire fades. The sisters disperse into shadows. You remain, staring into the dying flames, the taste of ichor still burning on your tongue. You know that what was done tonight was not just a ritual. It was a chain that will pull you deeper into the shadows, deeper into power, deeper into fate. As you turn to leave, you feel eyes on you. Not Talzin's, not Zinra's, something else. From beyond the village, from the wilds, from the crimson sky itself. Watching, waiting. The blood has bound you, but to what end, you cannot yet know. The ichor still hums in your blood. Its taste lingers on your tongue, bitter and sharp, even after nights have passed since the blood ritual. But now that bond must be tested, not in chance, not in visions, but in steel. The village awakens before dawn. Torches burn green against the crimson sky, their smoke drifting in coils that choke the air. The sisters gather in the circle of stone at the heart of the camp. This is not the circle of ritual but of combat. Here the bond is sharpened into weapon. Here sisters bleed together and against each other, forging strength through pain. You step into the circle. Your hand still bears the scar from the ritual cut, the skin raw, the wound deep. It throbs with every beat of your heart, reminding you what you gave, what you lost. But tonight, that pain is not weakness. Tonight, it is fuel. Mother Talzin watches from the shadows beyond the firelight, her eyes unblinking, her presence heavy. She does not speak. She does not need to. The weight of her silence commands more than any word could. A weapon is pressed into your hands, not the bone dagger of ritual, but something larger, sharper. A blade forged from steel and bone, its hilt carved with runes, its edge glinting faintly with ichor's glow. The weight of it is unfamiliar, but not unwelcome. You feel it settle into your grip as though it belongs there, as though it has always belonged there. The circle of sisters begins to chant, slow at first, a rhythm like footsteps, then faster, louder, until the air itself vibrates with their voices. This is not ritual, it is rhythm, a heartbeat that drives the dance. Your first opponent steps forward, Zinra. Her eyes gleam with fury, her smile sharp and cruel. She spins her own blade easily as though it is part of her arm. She wanted this. She craved this. To face you here, where her hatred is sanctioned, where her envy can draw blood, without consequence. The chant rises higher. The sisters pound the earth, their voices weaving into a song of violence. Zinra lunges. The clash of steel rings out, sharp and brutal. You stumble at first, the weight of the blade pulling against you, her strikes faster, harder. She fights not to teach, not to test, but to kill. Her blade hisses past your cheek, drawing a line of fire across your skin. Blood drips down your jaw. The sisters howl, their voices feeding the rhythm. This is the dance, not one of grace, but of fury, of blood. You steady yourself. You remember Talzin's words. Pain is the key. You let the sting of the cut sharpen your focus, the weight of the blade become part of your body. You meet Zinra's next strike, steel slamming against steel, sparks flying into the night. The rhythm takes hold of you. Step, strike, block, step, strike, counter. It is not fighting. It is dancing. The blades sing, the chants guide you, the ichor burns in your veins. You feel yourself moving faster, your body aligning with the rhythm, your breath sinking with the chant. Zinra presses harder, but her fury blinds her. You see the gaps, the flaws. You twist, duck beneath her strike, and drive your blade upward. It does not cut flesh yet, but it meets her chest with enough force to send her sprawling to the dirt. The circle erupts, half cheering, half cursing. Zinra scrambles up, her face twisted with rage, but Talzin raises her hand. Enough! Her voice cuts through the air like a blade itself. Zinra freezes, her chest heaving, her eyes burning. She spits into the dirt, then retreats into the circle, her glare never leaving you. Talzin's gaze falls on you. Again, she commands. Another sister steps forward, then another and another. The dance continues. Each one fights differently. Some swift as shadows, some heavy as beasts. You bleed with every clash, cuts across your arms, bruises across your ribs, burns where blades graze too close. But you endure. With each fight your movements sharpen. With each strike your blade feels less foreign, more your own. You learn not just to fight, but to feel, to sense the rhythm of your opponent, to hear the whisper of their breath before they strike, to see the thread of their movement before they complete it. The chant rises higher, faster, your body aches, your breath burns, but you do not stop. You cannot. To falter is to fail is to die. And then, the final test. Talzin raises her hand again, and the circle stills. Her voice is calm, but her eyes are sharp as fire. The dance is not complete until you bleed together. Two sisters step forward, Liss and Zinra. You freeze, both at once. The circle stirs with excitement, voices hissing. This is no training match. This is trial. Liss's eyes meet yours, soft with worry, heavy with sorrow. She does not want this, but she cannot refuse. Zinra's eyes blaze with triumph. This is the chance she has waited for. The chant begins again, slower, darker. The fire flares high, casting long shadows across the ground. Liss and Zinra circle you, blades drawn, eyes sharp. The first strike comes from Zinra, fast and brutal. You block, but Liss moves too, her blade slicing from the other side. You barely dodge, the edge grazing your arm. Blood drips, hot against your skin. They press harder, circling, striking in rhythm. Zinra's fury and Liss's skill weave together, forcing you back, cutting at your defenses. You stumble, breath ragged, blade heavy. For a moment you falter. For a moment you wonder if you will fall. But then, you hear it. The chant, the rhythm, the heartbeat of the sisterhood. You let it fill you, guide you. You feel the ichor burning in your veins, whispering strength, whispering power. You move with it. Step, strike, twist. You parry Zinra's blade, then turn it into Liss's strike, forcing them to clash against each other. The circle erupts in howls. You move faster now, not fighting two but weaving them together, their rhythm feeding yours. You feel the dance take hold, your blade moving like fire, your body like shadow. You strike Zinra's arm, drawing blood. You twist, disarm Liss, sending her blade spinning into the dirt. Silence. The circle watches, breathless. Zinra kneels, clutching her arm, fury blazing in her eyes. Liss kneels too, her head bowed, her breath heavy. You stand, blood dripping from your wounds, blade still steady in your hand. The fire burns high behind you, the chant still echoing in your chest. Talzin steps forward, her eyes gleam, her lips curve faintly. You have danced the blades, she says, and you have not fallen. The circle erupts again, voices howling into the night. some in triumph, some in rage, but you do not hear them. You hear only the hum of ichor in your blood, the rhythm of the chant in your chest. You feel only the weight of the blade in your hand, no longer foreign, but part of you. The dance is done, but the lesson lingers. You are not only bound to the ichor now, you are bound to the blade. Blood, shadow, steel, all one. As the fire fades and the sisters disperse, you feel Talzin's gaze linger. Her voice echoes in your mind, though her lips do not move. The ichor chose you, the blade accepts you, but greater powers will seek you. Be ready. You shiver, though the night is warm. You do not yet understand, but deep in your chest, you feel it. The dance was not the end. It was the beginning. Far beyond Dathomir, shadows stir. A presence moves in the galaxy, one darker than even the ichor, and it is watching. The blade no longer feels foreign in your hand. Its weight has become part of your breath, its rhythm part of your blood. You have bled in the circle, you have danced the blades, you have claimed your place among the Nightsisters, and yet, when the fire dies low and the chants fade into silence, a shadow lingers. It comes not from Zinra's fury, nor from your sister's whispers. It comes from Talzin's gaze. She watches you longer than the others, not with approval, not with pride, but with something heavier, as though she sees in you what you do not yet see yourself. One night, as the moons rise pale in the crimson sky, she summons you. No circle, no chants, no sisters, only you and her, stepping into the jungle's throat, where the air grows thick and the shadows cling tighter to your skin. The path winds deeper than you have ever walked. Vines hang like chains from the trees, their roots twisting across the ground like serpents. The silence is heavy, broken only by the distant rumble of beasts and the hiss of insects. The deeper you go, the more the air tastes of ash and ichor. At last the forest opens into a cavern. Its entrance yawns like a mouth, black stone jagged as teeth. You hesitate at the threshold, your chest tight. But Talzin does not pause. She steps inside, her robe trailing like liquid shadow. You follow. The cavern swallows you. The air is colder here, wet against your skin. Faint green light seeps from cracks in the stone, veins of ichor pulsing like blood through the earth. The walls are marked with carvings, ancient runes you do not recognize, symbols that twist when you look too long, as though alive. Talzin's voice cuts through the silence. The Jedi call it the Force, the Sith call it power, but names are cages. Here, it is ichor, it is shadow, it is truth. Her words echo in the cavern, carrying farther than her voice should. She gestures to the Wobu Alls. These runes were carved by our foremothers, long before the Republic, long before the Jedi. They understood what others have forgotten, that the Force is not light, not dark. It is hunger, and it feeds on those who feed it. You step closer, your fingers brushing the stone. The runes are cold, but when you touch them, they burn faintly, a heat that seeps into your skin. For a moment you hear whispers, low, endless, like voices from beneath the earth. Talzin turns to you, her eyes glowing faintly green. The Jedi blind themselves with peace. The Sith bind themselves with rage. Both are shackled. We are not. We take what we need. We weave what we will. That is our freedom. That is our curse. She leads you deeper into the cavern, where the floor falls away into a pit. At its center lies a pool, larger than the one in the hollow, its surface swirling with black and green. Mist rises from it, curling in shapes that shift like faces, like claws, like shadows of beasts unseen. Talzin kneels at its edge. This is the heart, she whispers, the well of ichor. Here, the veil between life and death is thin. Here, the secrets of the galaxy bleed through. She dips her hand into the pool. The mist flares and visions flash across its surface, fleeting, fragmented. You see battles on distant worlds, armies clashing beneath skies of fire. You see Jedi raising their blades, Sith cloaked in shadow. You see stars shatter, ships burning, worlds consumed by war. The images vanish. Talzin's eyes never leave the pool. The galaxy believes itself balanced between Jedi and Sith, but balance is a lie. The ichor shows us the truth. There is no balance, only conflict, only hunger. The strong shape it. The weak are consumed by it. Her gaze lifts to you. Do you understand? You hesitate. The images still burn behind your eyes, too many, too vast. You whisper, I think so. She smiles faintly, though there is no warmth in it. You will. But first, You must see. She gestures to the pool. Your heart pounds. Step in. You freeze. The surface shifts, glowing brighter, the mist curling toward you as though beckoning. Every instinct in you screams to turn away. But Talzin's eyes hold you fast, sharp as iron. You step forward. The liquid is cold, colder than death. It clings to your skin, seeping into your veins. You sink deeper until the pool swallows you whole. Darkness. The ichor closes around you, pressing into your lungs, your chest, your bones. You cannot breathe, cannot see. You thrash, but the ichor holds you fast. And then, visions. 1,000 voices whisper in your ear. You see Jedi falling in battle, their blades cut down by endless droids. You see Sith cloaked in fire, their eyes burning with hunger. You see Mandalorians, warriors clad in iron, slaughtering across burning fields. You see clones, armies of men with the same face, their eyes empty, their hearts bound to orders not their own. And you see him, a figure cloaked in black, his face hidden, his voice deep and cold. His presence is heavier than the ichor itself, crushing, endless. His eyes burn yellow, his hands crackle with lightning, and behind him a shadow darker still, a storm of rage and hunger that stretches across the galaxy. Sidious, a voice whispers in your ear. He moves unseen. He binds the galaxy in chains, and he will come for us. The vision shifts. You see Dathomir, your sisters chanting, their blades raised. You see fire tearing through the forest, machines of metal slaughtering the living. You hear screams, louder than chants, louder than drums. You see yourself in the flames, your hands dripping with ichor, your blade raised against shadows you cannot defeat, and then, silence. You are pulled upward, gasping, breaking the surface of the pool. The cavern spins, your chest heaving, your lungs burning. Talzin's hands steady you, her grip strong, cold. What did you see? She asks. You cannot speak at first. Your throat is raw, your mind trembling. Finally you whisper, war, death, fire, him. Her eyes narrow. She knows. She has seen him too. Sidious, the shadow that even shadows fear. Her hand tightens on your arm. Remember what you saw. The galaxy is not a place of peace. It is a battlefield, and on that battlefield you will have a role. You shiver. You do not want to ask what role, but the question burns in your chest anyway. Why me? Talzin studies you, silent for a long moment. Then she whispers, because the ichor chose you, and because fate always demands a sacrifice. Her words settle into you like ice. The cavern feels heavier, the runes darker. You realize now, the blood ritual was not the end. It was only the doorway. You have stepped through, and what lies beyond is greater, darker, hungrier than you imagined. As you leave the cavern, the red sky waiting above, you feel the vision still burning behind your eyes. The galaxy is not distant anymore. It is moving closer. Its shadows reach for you, and you know they will not stop. In the distance, a roar splits the night, a rancor but louder, deeper, angrier. The wilds call again, and this time they will not test your survival. They will test your bond. The roar shakes the night. It rolls through the trees, a sound so deep it rattles your bones, so loud it drowns even the whispers of the ichor in your blood. The jungle stirs at its echo. Birds scatter in flocks, insects fall silent, smaller beasts slink into shadows. The world itself bows before the voice of the rancor. You stand at the edge of the village, the sisters gathered in a wide circle behind you. Their eyes glint in the firelight, their chants low, steady, a rhythm that beats like war drums. This is no hunt. This is no ritual of ash or blood. This is something greater. Tonight, you are to forge your bond. Mother Talzin's voice cuts through the chanting, calm yet carrying like thunder. A Nightsister commands not only shadow, but flesh. The beasts of Dathomir bow to us not by fear, not by chains, but by bond. To master the ichor, you must master what it flows through, the living. Tonight, you will claim your beast, or you will die beneath it. Her words hang in the air, heavy, final. The sisters part, and the rancor steps into the clearing. It is massive, larger than any you have seen before, its scaled hide blackened by scars, its claws long enough to tear stone, its eyes yellow with hunger. Chains of bone clatter around its neck and limbs, not to bind it but to mark it. This is no wild beast dragged from the swamp. This is a test chosen for you, a beast that has killed before, a beast that will kill again if you falter. Your breath catches. The ichor hums in your veins, restless, eager. The rancor roars again, its hot breath washing over you like fire, its stench of blood and rot choking your lungs. Talzin raises her hand. The chants shift, faster now, sharper. Step forward, she commands. You do. The earth trembles beneath the rancor's steps as it approaches, chains rattling like broken bones. It lowers its head, its jaws opening wide, rows of teeth glee. Ming, in the firelight, the sisters' voices rise, their chant weaving around you, pushing you forward, forcing your will into the storm. You kneel. The rancor towers above you, its claws gouging the ground, its breath hot against your face. For a heartbeat you think it will strike, that it will crush you beneath its weight, end you before you even begin. But you close your eyes, you breathe, you reach inward. The ichor stirs. It coils through your veins, twisting, searing, whispering. You let it flow, not outward, but upward, through your hands, through your breath, through your voice as you whisper the words Talzin taught you. The air thickens, green mist seeps from your skin, curling into the night, drifting toward the rancor. It hesitates, its roar faltering, its movement slowing. The mist coils around its head, its chest, its eyes. You feel it now, its heartbeat pounding like a drum, its rage burning like fire, its hunger gnawing like teeth, and beneath it all, fear. Not fear of you, fear of the chain, fear of pain, fear of being alone. The ichor whispers, bind it, claim it, make it yours. You push harder, your voice rising with the chant, your hands outstretched. The rancor bellows, thrashing, its claws tearing at the earth, its body straining against your will. Sweat drips down your face, your chest heaving, your heart slamming in your ribs. You feel it fighting, resisting, trying to crush you beneath its weight. But you do not yield. You draw on the pain of your scars, the blood spilled in ritual, the fire burned into your veins. You let it fuel you, sharpen you. You scream, not in fear, but in command. The ichor surges, green fire blazing from your hands, wrapping the rancor's body, its mind, its soul. Its roar falters, twisting into a whimper, then silence. Its head lowers, its eyes, once blazing yellow, now glow faintly green. The bond is made. The chanting stow. P.S. Silence falls, heavy, absolute. The sisters stare, their faces unreadable, some in awe, some in fury, some in fear. Talzin steps forward, her eyes gleaming. She studies you, then the beast, then you again. At last she speaks. You have claimed it. But remember, this bond is not command, it is chain. Its hunger is yours now. Its rage is yours. If it falls, so do you. If you falter, it will devour you. The words settle like iron in your chest. You look up at the beast, its head bowed, its massive form looming in the firelight. For the first time, it does not roar. For the first time, it kneels. The sisters erupt, their voices splitting the night. Some cheer, their cries fierce with pride. Others sneer, their whispers sharp with envy. Zinra's eyes blaze hotter than the fire, her lips curling into a snarl. Lys's gaze meets yours, wide with awe, heavy with fear. You rise slowly, your hand brushing the rancor's scarred hide. It rumbles low, a sound less of rage, more of recognition. You feel its breath, its pulse, its power, and beneath it all, you feel the chain, the bond tying it to you, tying you to it. For the first time, you are not alone. The days that follow are different. The rancor follows you through the village, its shadow falling across the huts, its roar scattering beasts from the trees. The sisters watch, some in reverence, others in scorn. Children stare, wide-eyed. Elders whisper, voices low. You learn to ride its back, to guide its movements with your will, to share its sight, its hunger, its rage. When it kills, you feel its teeth sink into flesh. When it bleeds, you feel the wound burn in your own skin. The bond is not comfort, it is burden, but it is also power. At night you sit by the fire, your hand resting on its rough hide. Its breathing steadies yours, its presence anchoring you. But sometimes, when you close your eyes, you hear it whisper, not in words, but in hunger. Its needs coil through your dreams, twisting them into visions of blood and bone. The ichor whispers too, its voice weaving into the beasts. This is power. This is survival. But it will cost you. One evening, as the moons rise pale above the red sky, you hear movement at the edge of the village. Not beast, not sister, something else. The rancor growls, low and deep. You rise, your blade at your side, your ichor burning in your veins. You step into the shadows, the beast at your heel. From the trees, a figure emerges, cloaked in black, his face hidden, his presence heavy. Not a Nightsister, not a brother, not of Dathomir, an outsider. The rancor snarls, its claws tearing the earth. The ichor surges in your blood, whispering warnings, whispering hunger. The figure does not flinch. He only steps closer, his voice low, cold. "I come with an offer," he says, "for your mother, for your clan, for you." The sisters stir behind you, their whispers sharp, their gazes fixed. Talzin's shadow shifts at the edge of the firelight, her presence heavy, silent. The outsider's eyes gleam beneath his hood. The galaxy is changing, and Dathomir must choose its place within it. His words hang in the air, heavier than the roar of the beast, heavier than the chant of the sisters. You feel the ichor burn hotter, whispering warnings you cannot yet understand. The rancor growls louder, its chains rattling. The outsider does not move, he only waits. The fire hisses as the stranger steps into the circle. His cloak hangs heavy, black as void, the hood drawn low to shadow his face. The sisters whisper among themselves, their voices sharp with suspicion, their eyes gleaming with hatred. Dathomir does not welcome outsiders, yet he stands here, unflinching, as though he fears nothing, not the ichor in the air, not the beasts in the shadows, not even Mother Talzin herself. The rancor at your side growls, claws gouging the dirt, its massive form trembling with hunger and fury. You feel it through the bond, its need to tear him apart, to crush the intruder into nothing. The ichor in your veins burns with the same hunger, yet Talzin's silence restrains you both. At last, she speaks. "Why have you come to my world?" Her voice is low, smooth, but heavy with power. It echoes through the village like a hiss of fire. The figure raises his head slightly. You glimpse his eyes beneath the hood, yellow, burning, sharp. His voice is cold, precise, measured. "I come on behalf of my master. He knows of your clan, he knows of your power, and he seeks an arrangement." The sisters bristle, their chants breaking into angry murmurs. Arrangement. Bargain. To them such words are poison. Dathomir is not a world of deals, it is a world of blood, but Talzin remains still. What arrangement? The figure steps closer. The rancor roars, but he does not falter. His voice cuts through the noise, calm, commanding. The galaxy burns. War spreads across every system, every world. Armies clash, Jedi die, Sith rise. The Republic is weak, the Separatists grow stronger. My master weaves it all, but power always demands more. He knows the Nightsisters can provide what no other can. Soldiers bred not of flesh alone, but of ichor. Warriors bound by shadow. Magic that even the Jedi fear. The air grows heavier. The ichor stirs. You feel it in your chest, in your throat, in your very breath. The sisters whisper louder now, some with anger, some with fear, some with hunger. Talzin tilts her head, her eyes narrowing. "And what does your master offer in return?" The stranger's lips curve into something almost like a smile. "Knowledge, secrets buried even from your ichor, power beyond this world, an alliance that will ensure your survival when the galaxy comes for you, as it surely will." The words cut like knives. You feel them lodge deep, heavy with truth. You have seen it in visions, in the ichor's whispers. War is coming. The Jedi will come. The Sith will come. Fire will fall on Dathomir. Perhaps it already moves toward you, but the ichor in your veins stirs with unease. The outsider's voice carries weight, but not truth, not fully. Beneath his words you hear the chains, the leash, the promise of power that is not gift, but trap. Talzin's silence stretches. The fire crackles. The rancor growls again, restless. Finally she speaks. "We are not pawns of Sith or Jedi. We do not bend knee to outsiders. Tell your master that Dathomir bows to no one." The words ripple through the circle like thunder. The sisters hiss in approval, their voices rising in chants of defiance. You feel their rage, their pride, their hunger for independence. For a moment the balance seems restored, but the outsider does not flinch. His voice cuts through the chants. Even the strongest fall alone. Even the fiercest beasts are broken when the storm comes. My master offers survival. Refuse, and when the war reaches you, your ashes will join those of 1,000 forgotten worlds. Silence falls again, heavy, cold. Talzin's eyes gleam, sharp as the blade of a knife. Your master threatens us. The outsider inclines his head. No, he warns you. He offers you a place in the galaxy's future, but he does not beg. If you refuse, he will simply erase you. The fire sputters as though the ichor itself recoils. Your stomach twists. You feel the rancor's rage, its need to strike, to kill, to tear this intruder apart. But you also feel something colder, fear, not for yourself, for the sisterhood, for Dathomir. Talzin studies him for a long moment. Then she turns, her gaze falling on you. The weight of it crushes your chest. Why you? Why now? But her silence is clear. She tests you. She demands you answer. You step forward, your blade at your side, your veins humming with ichor. The outsider's eyes meet yours, burning yellow. You speak, your voice trembling but strong. We are not your tools, not your slaves. Tell your master, if he comes for us, he will bleed. The words taste of fire, of ichor, of defiance. The sisters howl in approval, their chants shaking the ground. Even Talzin's lips curl faintly, as though pleased, but the outsider only stares. Then, slowly, he smiles. Good, he says softly. Defiance makes the chain sweeter when it breaks. He turns, his cloak swirling, and steps back into the shadows. Within moments he is gone. No sound, no trace. Only the weight of his words lingering in the air like poison. The fire dies lower. The sisters whisper among themselves, their voices sharp, urgent. Some say to ignore the warning. Some say to prepare for war. Others whisper darker things, that perhaps the bargain should not have been refused. Talzin does not speak. She only stands in silence, her eyes on the horizon, her thoughts hidden. But you feel it. You feel the ichor in your veins burn hotter than before. You feel the rancor stir, restless, uneasy. You feel the storm moving close. Or, the outsider's bargain has been refused, but the shadow of his master still hangs over you, heavy, unyielding. That night, as you lie awake beneath the red sky, you hear the whispers of the ichor again, louder now, more urgent. The veil thins, the lies grow. Beware, child, for even shadows wear masks. Your eyes snap open. The fire has burned low, but the shadows around you seem deeper, thicker, alive. You rise, your blade in hand, your heart racing. For a moment you think you see him again, the cloaked figure standing at the edge of the firelight, watching, but when you blink, he is gone. Only the shadows remain. The outsider's words linger like venom. Days pass, but the echo of his voice still coils in your mind. Defiance makes the chain sweeter when it breaks. You tell yourself it was only a threat, only a hollow promise meant to bend you, and yet every night you feel eyes in the shadows. You wake gasping, your blade in hand, certain that someone, or something, stood above you, watching. Dathomir has always been a world of darkness, but now the darkness feels different. It does not simply surround you, it stalks you. The sisters feel it too. Their chants grow harsher, their training more brutal. Some speak loudly of defiance, boasting that no Sith, no Jedi, no army could break them. But others whisper when they think no one listens. Whispers of survival, whispers of bargains made in silence. You hear your name among them more often now, sometimes with awe, sometimes with anger. You are marked after all, marked by ichor, by visions, by fate. Some see you as shield. Others see you as threat. Mother Talzin says little. Her silence is heavier than words, but her gaze follows you longer, her lessons cut sharper, her tests demand more. It is as though she knows the storm is closer now, and she sharpens you like a blade against the whetstone of fate. One night she summons you again. The sisters gather in the circle, their faces painted darker than before, their chants sharp and jagged. The fire burns green, higher than you have ever seen, its smoke curling into the night like claws. At the center of the circle, Talzin stands, her robes trailing like shadows across the earth. This world is a wound, she says, her voice echoing above the chants. A wound cut by the galaxy. Sith, Jedi, outsiders, all seek to chain us. They speak of bargains, of alliances, but beneath their words are lies. Tonight you will learn to see them. Her eyes find yours. Cold, certain. You will learn the ale. The sisters close in, their circle tightening, their chants pounding like drums. Talzin gestures and they press their hands against you, your arms, your shoulders, your chest. The ichor in their palms seeps into your skin, cold as ice, burning as fire. You gasp, your body trembling. The fire roars higher, the world twists, the circle vanishes. You stand alone in darkness. The air is heavy, silent, suffocating. Then, from the black, a figure emerges. Cloaked in shadow, its face hidden, its voice deep. I offer you power, it says. I offer you survival. All you must do is kneel. You raise your blade, ready to strike. But then another voice calls behind you. You turn. Another figure stands there. Different cloak, different mask, but the same words. I offer you power. I offer you survival. Kneel. The voices echo, splitting, multiplying. Figures emerge from every side, cloaks endless, faces hidden, words repeating until the air itself shakes. Power, survival, kneel. Your chest tightens, your breath falters. Which is truth? Which is lie? Each figure looks the same. Each voice carries the same promise, the same chain. The ichor stirs in your veins. See, it whispers. See beyond the veil. You close your eyes. You breathe. You reach inward. The darkness shifts. The voices twist. Slowly the figures change. Their cloaks tear. Their faces dissolve. Beneath the masks you see what they truly are. Some are hollow, illusions, shadows, nothing. Others are chains, heavy with hunger, their eyes burning yellow. Others still are mirrors, their faces your own, whispering promises that you could rule, that you could rise, that you could betray. Your heart stutters. The ichor surges. You raise your blade, slashing through the falsehoods. Shadows burst, dissolving into green mist. You strike again and again until only one figure remains. The first. Its hood falls back. You see his face, pale, lined, his eyes yellow, his smile sharp. Not the emissary, his master, the shadow you saw in the pool, Sidious. He speaks, his voice low, cold, endless. You will join me, or you will burn. Your chest burns, your breath falters, but you do not kneel. You lift your blade, its edge glowing green with ichor. I am Nightsister, you whisper. I kneel to no one. You strike. The figure bursts into smoke. The darkness shatters. You collapse to your knees, gasping. The circle of sisters returns, their chants still thundering, their eyes sharp. The fire burns lower, its green flames licking at the night. Talzin steps forward. Her gaze pierces you. You have seen the veil. You have seen how lies wear masks. Remember, child, every outsider wears one. Sith, Jedi, even your sisters. Trust nothing. Trust no one. Her words carve deep into your chest. You rise slowly, your body trembling, your blood still humming with ichor. Around you the sisters stare, some with awe, some with envy, some with hate. The veil is broken, but the world feels heavier now. Every face seems sharper, every word seems false. You see the shadows where there were none before. You hear whispers and voices that are silent. You are no longer blind, but sight comes with Kose. That night, you lie awake beneath the red sky. The Rancor sleeps beside you, its breath steady, its dreams bleeding faintly into yours. But even here, you cannot rest. For when you close your eyes, you see the veil again. Faces shifting, masks falling, lies twisting. And among them, one face lingers longer than the rest. Not Sidious, not the emissary, not Jedi, a sister, Zinra. Her eyes blaze in the vision, her smile sharp, her blade raised. You feel the ichor burn in your chest, whispering its warning. The shadow of betrayal grows. Be ready. You wake with a gasp, your blade in hand, the vision seared into your mind. The rancor stirs, growling low as though it felt it too. The veil has fallen, and now you see. But what you see is not comfort, it is danger. The veil has fallen. Since the ritual, every word feels heavier, every glance sharper, every silence more dangerous. You walk among your sisters, but you no longer see them as you once did. Their smiles hide blades, their chants hide envy. Their silence hides judgment, but none burn brighter than Zinra. Her gaze follows you in training. Her strikes land harder than they should. She lingers in the shadows when you pass, her whispers thick with venom. She does not need to say it aloud. You know she hates you. The ichor marked you. Talzin favors you. And for Zinra, that is unforgivable. Liss sees it too. She warns you in whispers. Be careful. She will not wait forever. She will strike when the shadows are deepest. But on Dathomir, caution is not protection. Only strength is. The storm comes on a night of blood moons. The sisters gather for the hunt, their chants echoing through the crimson-lit jungle. The air is thick with mist, heavy with ichor. Torches burn green, their light stretching long shadows between the trees. You march with them, your blade at your side, the ranker's heavy steps shaking the ground beside you. The hunt is ritual, to bleed the jungle, to remind Dathomir that its daughters still rule its wilds. Tonight, the prey is great. A beast older than memory, its roar said to shatter stone, its claws sharper than forged steel. But when the sisters spread through the forest, when the chants fade into the trees, you realize something is wrong. The air grows still. The rancor rumbles low, uneasy. You feel it through the bond. Fear, sharper than hunger, the jungle watches. Then, a whisper in the dark. Now, you spin. Zinra stands behind you, her blade drawn, her eyes blazing, but she is not alone. 3 sisters step from the shadows beside her, their faces painted, their blades glowing faintly green. Liss gasps, stumbling back. What are you doing? Zinra's voix. She is sharp as steel, ending the lie. She points her blade at you. She is not sister. She is curse. The ichor binds her, not us. If she lives, we all fall. The other sisters raise their blades, their chants low, jagged, a perversion of ritual. The rancor roars, stepping forward, but Zinra raises her hand, her voice cutting the night. Bind it. Green mist coils from their palms, wrapping the rancor's legs, its arms, its throat. It thrashes, roars, but the ichor holds. You feel the pain through the bond, sharp, tearing. Your knees buckle, your chest burning. Stop, you cry, your voice breaking. But Zinra only smiles. This is the ichor's will. Only one of us can be marked, and it will not be you. The first strike comes fast. You barely raise your blade before hers slams into it, sparks flashing in the crimson night. The impact drives you back, your arm trembling, your breath sharp. Another sister lunges from the side, her blade slicing across your shoulder. Blood spills hot down your arm. The rancor roars again, thrashing against its chains of ichor. You feel its rage, its hunger, its desperation. You draw on it, pulling strength from the bond, pushing the ichor through your veins. Your eyes glow faint green. You strike. Steel meets steel, your blade carving through the air, fueled by pain and fury. You twist, disarming one sister, sending her crashing into the dirt. Another charges, but you slash across her thigh, her scream echoing through the trees. But Zinra is relentless. Her strikes are faster, harder, each one fueled by hatred that burns brighter than fire. She does not fight to test. She fights to kill. You were never one of us, she hisses, her blade grazing your cheek, drawing blood. You are a shadow that should have died in the swamp. Her words cut deeper than her blade. But you do not falter. You parry, your body moving in rhythm with the ichor, your strikes sharper now, heavier. The sisters circle, their chants louder, their power pressing against you. You are outnumbered, outmatched, but not broken. The rancor surges. With a roar that shakes the trees, it tears free from the ichor chains. The backlash slams into you, burning your chest, but it also fuels you. The beast charges, scattering the sisters, its claws tearing the earth, its roar drowning their chants. Zinra stumbles, her eyes wide with fury. She screams, her voice sharp with desperation. Kill it! Kill her! The fight becomes chaos. Blades clash in the firelight. Ichor burns through the air. Screams echo through the jungle. You move like shadow, your blade flashing, your breath ragged. The rancor smashes into the ground, sending sisters sprawling. Its rage feeding yours, your strength feeding its. At last, only Zinra stands. Her blade drips with blood, yours, your sister's, the rancor's. Her chest heaves, her eyes burning. She steps forward, her voice shaking with hatred. This ends tonight. You raise your blade. Your breath burns, your veins hum. The ichor whispers louder than ever. Strike, bind, kill. The air is silent now, save for your breaths, your heartbeats, the hiss of ichor. The forest watches, the shadows wait. She lunges. Your blades meet, sparks flashing, steel screaming. You twist, she counters. Your movement's a deadly dance. The rancor roars, but you shut it out. This is not its battle. This is yours. Strike, parry, twist, step. Her blade slices across your arm. Yours cuts across her side. Blood stains the earth, glowing faintly green in the firelight. Neither yields. Neither can. At last, you see it. The opening. She lunges too far, her balance faltering. You drive your blade upward, its edge slamming against her chest. She stumbles, gasps, her eyes wide. But you do not kill her. Not yet. You hold the blade steady, its edge against her throat, her breath ragged. The ichor burns in your veins, demanding blood, demanding sacrifice. You could end it now. You could silence her forever. But you hesitate. Her lips curl into a smile, not of fear, not of defeat, a smile of triumph. Do it, she whispers. Prove me right. The words cut sharper than any blade. If you strike, you prove her truth, that you are curse, not sister. If you spare, you leave her hatred burning, her betrayal festering. Either path is shadow. Your hand trembles, the ichor screams, the rancor growls, the sisters watch from the shadows, their eyes wide, their breaths held. The world holds its breath, and you... The jungle has not healed from the blood spilled in the shadows. Zinra's voice, her hissed words, "Do it, prove me right," still echo in your mind. Whether you spared her or not, the bond of sisterhood is fractured, the circle cracked, trust has become ash. But Dathomir does not wait for wounds to mend. Days pass, the moons rise and fall, the ichor flows as it always has. And yet, there is something new in the air, heavier, sharper, restless. The spirits whisper it at night. The rancor feels it in its bones, growling at shadows you cannot see. Even Talzin's silence grows darker, her eyes fixed on horizons unseen. One morning, as the red sun bleeds across the clouds, the drums begin. Not the drums of ritual, not the chants of the circle. War drums. They echo through the jungle, deep and relentless, shaking the very trees. The sisters gather, their faces pale, their voices sharp with unease, for these are not their drums. These are drums carried on the wind from beyond Dathomir. The galaxy is beating at their door. That night, Talzin calls the sisterhood to the great circle. Fires blaze high, ichor smoke curling into the crimson sky. The air hums with tension, every face turned toward her. She raises her hand, and silence falls. "The war has come," she says, her voice low but carrying to every ear. The Republic fights the Separatists. Jedi fight Sith. Armies of men bred for battle march across the stars, and in their hunger, they will look to us. Her words shiver through the circle. You feel it deep in your bones. The visions you saw in the pool return. Armies clashing, clones with the same face, Jedi falling in fire. The ichor showed you this. Now it unfolds. One sister cries out, her voice sharp with fear. "Let them fight each other. Dathomir is ours. The galaxy has no hold here." Talzin's gaze turns to her, sharp as a blade. "Fool, the galaxy's war touches every world. No shadow is untouched. No sister is safe. To ignore it is to invite death." The fire hisses louder. The rancor at your side rumbles, uneasy. You feel its tension through the bond, a reflection of your own. Talzin's eyes sweep the circle. "The Jedi will come. They will call us dark. They will call us evil. They will seek to end us. And the Sith will come. They will call us allies. They will call us powerful. They will seek to chain us. Both bring chains. Both bring fire." Her words hang in the air, heavy as stone. You feel the truth in them. The veil has taught you. Every outsider wears a mask. Jedi, Sith, all lies, all chains. Then Talzin's gaze finds you. "The ichor marked her," she says, "and through her, Dathomir will face what comes. The galaxy's shadow stirs, and we will not hide." The sisters' voices erupt, half in cheers, half in cries of rage. Some look to you with awe, others with hatred. Zinra's eyes burn brighter than the fire itself, her lips curled into a snarl. Lys's face is pale, her eyes heavy with fear. You stand in the firelight, every gaze burning into you. The war drums echo in the distance, louder now, faster. You feel them in your chest, in your veins, in your ichor. The war is not just coming, it is already here. Days blur into nights as the war creeps closer. Ships streak across the skies, shadows against the crimson clouds. Their engines roar like thunder, their lights cutting through the dark. Sometimes they pass by, sometimes they land on distant plains, sometimes they do not rise again, swallowed by the jungle's hunger. The sisters watch from the shadows. Some speak of striking, of binding these outsiders to ichor and chain. Others speak of waiting, of watching, of survival. You feel torn between them. The visions burn brighter each night, the ichor showing you glimpses of what lies beyond the jungle. Battlefields of fire, fleets burning in space, clones marching like endless rivers of flesh. You see Jedi cutting through droids, their blades bright against the dark, and you see Sith cloaked in shadow, their laughter sharp, their power heavy. The war drums never stop. One evening you return from the wilds to find smoke rising from the horizon. Not green ichor smoke, but black, heavy, bitter. The sisters gather, their voices sharp, urgent. Talzin appears, her face harder than stone. "Republic soldiers," she says. "They have come." The words freeze your chest. Through the trees you glimpse them, figures in white armor, their helmets gleaming beneath the red sky. Clones. Their steps march in rhythm, their weapons raised, their voices cold through mechanical filters. At their head, robed in brown, a Jedi. His blade burns blue, humming low, casting shadows across the jungle floor. The sisters hiss, their hands raising, ichor mist curling from their fingers. The rancor roars, chains clattering, its hunger burning through your bond. The Jedi raises his hand, his voice calm, commanding, "We come in peace. We seek only to end the separatist threat. Stand aside, and no harm will come to you." The sisters laugh, bitter, sharp. "Peace," one spits. Peace from a Jedi is chain wrapped in silk. Talzin's gaze sharpens. She does not answer the Jedi. She looks at you. The weight of her silence crushes you. This is not her choice. This is yours. Do you speak defiance? Do you raise your blade? Do you let the ichor whisper through you, binding the Jedi as prey? Or do you hold, waiting, listening, seeing through the veil? The war drums pound louder, drowning your breath, your thoughts, your heartbeat. The rancor strains at your side, roaring. The sisters chant. Ents rise, ichor smoke filling the air. The Jedi's blade burns brighter. The clones ready their rifles. You step forward. The world holds its breath, and as the red sky burns above, you feel it. The storm has arrived. The jungle is still trembling from the clash of voices, the Jedi's calm command, the sisters' furious chants, the restless roar of your rancor. The standoff burned into your bones, every breath sharp, every heartbeat a drum of war. But before blood could spill, the Jedi and his army withdrew into the crimson mist, leaving the fire unlit, but the tension unbroken. Peace? No, it was only a pause. For war shadows do not retreat, they only circle. The ichor whispers sharper that night. You dream of chains, chains that glint like steel, chains that glow with ichor, chains that stretch across the galaxy and bind all within them. At the center of those chains stands a figure cloaked in black, his yellow eyes blazing, his hand outstretched. Each link is forged in fire, in war, in hunger. Each chain binds not just the weak, but the strong. When you wake, you feel the burn of those chains in your veins, and then you learn the truth. Mother Talzin summons you to the cavern, where the ichor pools beneath runes carved by hands long dead. The air is heavy, thick with mist, alive with voices you cannot name. She waits in the green glow, her presence heavier than the cavern itself. "You saw him in the veil," she says. "Now you will learn who he is." Her eyes burn brighter, her voice sharper. "Darth Sidious, Sith Lord, architect of war. He was once ally to me, once student of our ichor. He drank from our well, he took from our shadows, and through it he built his chains. He learned enough to rise, then he turned." The words fall like stones into your chest. Sidious, this storm, this shadow, once stood where you now kneel, once bound himself to the same ichor that binds you. Talzin's voice grows colder. He is power wrapped in lies. He offers bargains, but behind them are chains. He comes not to share, but to consume, to bind, to erase. You shiver, your chest tight. The visions burn Brigid. Stir in your memory, Sidious cloaked in fire, his laughter echoing across battlefields. Talzin steps closer. Her gaze pierces you. You are marked. He will see you as tool, as vessel, as pawn, and if you are not careful, he will make you his. Her words slice through you sharper than any blade. In the days that follow, the war drums beat louder. Clones march across nearby plains. Separatist droids clash in forests. The skies above Dathomir burn with streaks of ships at war. The galaxy bleeds, and its blood seeps into your world. And then, he comes. Not Sidious himself, but his shadow. The emissary returns, the same cloaked figure who once stood before your fire, his voice cold with promises and threats. This time, he does not come alone. Behind him march droids, metal soldiers with empty eyes, their rifles raised, their steps pounding like thunder. The sisters gather in fury. The rancor bellows, its roar splitting the air. Talzin steps forward, her hands glowing with ichor. But the emissary raises his hand, calm, precise. My master does not forget, he says, nor does he forgive. You refused his bargain, yet he offers once more. Serve and live, refuse and burn. The sisters hiss, their chants rising. Talzin's eyes blaze green, her voice sharp as fire. We are not his slaves, we are Nightsisters. Tell your master we will never wear his chains. The emissary's lips curl faintly. Then you will die with them. His hand falls. The droids open fire. The jungle explodes in chaos. Blaster bolts tear through the night, burning red against the crimson sky. The sisters scatter, chanting, weaving ichor into shields of mist. Some fall, screams echoing as bolts pierce their flesh. Others strike back, green fire surging from their hands, tearing droids apart. The rancor roars, charging through the wave of machines, its claws tearing steel, its teeth crushing metal. You feel its rage through the bond, your own heart pounding with the rhythm of its fury. You slash your blade, ichor burning along its edge, carving through metal and smoke. But the droids are endless. For every one that falls, two more step from the shadows. Their fire is relentless, their march unbroken. The emissary watches, calm, unmoving. His eyes burn yellow as he studies you, not the sisters, not Talzin, you. You feel his gaze like chains around your throat. Marked, he whispers, though his lips barely move. My master will have you. The ichor surges in your blood, burning hotter, whispering louder. Strike him, bind him, kill him. But your chest tightens, your breath falters. This is not his power, this is Sidious. Even his shadow carries weight enough to crush you. Talzin's voice cuts through the chaos, sharp, commanding. To me, sisters, hold the line. The chants rise, ichor surges. The droids falter. For a moment you feel the tide turn. For a moment you believe. But then the emissary raises his hand. Green fire twists from the ground, not yours, not Talzin's. Stolen ichor. Corrupted, poisoned. It coils around the sisters, tearing them from their feet, silencing their chants. You see their faces, twisted in agony, their voices lost in screams. Talzin's eyes widen. Fury blazes in them. He has stolen our gift. Her words slice through you. Sidious. He did not just learn from Dathomir. He took, he consumed, he chained the ichor itself, and now he wields it against you. You charge, your blade raised, ichor burning in your veins. The rancor smashes through the droids, clearing your path. You strike at the emissary, your voice a scream of rage, of defiance, but he moves too fast. His hand rises, green fire lashes out, it slams into your chest, searing thrar, your veins, tearing into your bond. You collapse, gasping, the rancor roaring as it too stumbles, its body racked with pain that is yours. The emissary steps closer, his shadow falling over you. You cannot fight chains with shadows, he whispers. You can only wear them. His hand reaches out, claw-like, as though to seize your very soul. You feel the ichor burn, twist, falter. Your vision blurs, your breath fades. Then, Talzin's voice, sharp as thunder. Not her, me. The cavern of battle shakes. The ichor surges brighter than fire. Talzin's form blazes green, her voice splitting the night. The emissary recoils, his power faltering, his shadow retreating. You collapse, your chest heaving, the rancor trembling at your side. The battle still rages, but for a moment you are spared. You hear Talzin's voice, but not with your ears, with your blood, with your ichor. Remember, child, Sith power is stolen. Sith bargains are chains, and Sidious does not stop until all wear them. You gasp, your vision fading. The last thing you see is the emissary retreating into the crimson mist, his voice low, certain. This is not over, and you know it is true. The war drums beat louder now, louder than ever before. But these are not the drums of battle. These are the drums of slaughter. The Sith's chains have been revealed, and soon they will tighten. The crimson sky is silent before dawn. For a moment you believe the whispers wrong, that the storm has passed. The jungle stirs with its usual hunger, beasts growling in the distance, ichor mist curling low to the ground, sisters chanting faintly in the village. But silence is never mercy on Dathomir. The first sound comes like thunder, not the drums of ritual, not the roar of rankers. Engines, hundreds of them. The air shakes with their weight, their fire splitting the sky. You look up, and the clouds burn with streaks of light, ships descending, metal wings tearing through the red haze. And then you see them. Drop ships slam into the plains, their jaws opening to unleash an army of droids. Their feet pound the ground in endless rhythm, rifles raised, eyes empty, voices mechanical. The air fills with their metallic clatter, a storm of steel pouring into the jungle. At their head marches a figure taller than any human, armored in bone white, his cloak trailing like shadow. 4 arms unfold, 4 blades ignite, humming with deadly fire. His mask gleams in the green glow of the ichor mist. General Grievous, the Butcher of Jedi, the Executioner of Worlds, and now the Slayer of Nightsisters. The alarm rises through the village. Sisters shout, their chants breaking into screams. The rankers roar, their chains snapping as they charge into the jungle. The ichor boils in the air, thick and alive, answering the fury of its daughters. Mother Talzin's voice cuts through the chaos, sharp and commanding. To arms! Tonight Dathomir bleeds, but it will not bow. The sisters chant as one, their voices weaving into a storm of sound. Green mist rises, swirling around you, filling your lungs, burning your veins. The ichor surges, stronger than ever. You raise your blade, its edge glowing faintly with fire and ichor both. And then the massacre begins. Blaster fire splits the air, burnin'. Red against the crimson sky. Sisters weave shields of ichor, deflecting bolts, sending them spiraling into the trees. Others hurl green flames, tearing through lines of droids, their screams mechanical, their bodies collapsing in heaps of metal. The rankers charge, their roars shaking the ground, their claws ripping through steel. You feel your own beast's hunger through the bond, its rage feeding yours. You ride its back into the fray, your blade slashing through droids, your chants binding their circuits in chains of shadow. But for every droid that falls, 10 more rise. They pour from the ships like rivers of death, endless, relentless. Their rifles blaze, their voices echoing, "Kill the witches, kill the beasts." And then you see him. Grievous moves through the battle like storm-given flesh. His 4 blades carve arcs of light, cutting through rankers, through sisters, through ichor itself. He does not fight with anger or passion. He fights with hunger. Each swing is a slaughter. Each strike is an execution. You hear Liz scream as his blade cuts through her shield, slicing across her chest. She collapses, her blood hissing in the ichor mist. You try to reach her, but the tide of droids surges between you, their rifles blazing, their hands clawing. The ichor burns hotter in your veins. You slash. You chant. You bind. Droids fall, rankers roar, sisters scream. The jungle itself seems to bleed, its trees shattered by blaster fire, its ground torn by machines. But the tide does not stop. You find yourself face to face with Grievous. His mask gleams above you, his eyes burning yellow with cybernetic hate. His voice scrapes through his throat, low and jagged. Another witch, another corpse. He lunges. 4 blades crash down, sparks flying as your own blade meets them. The impact shakes your arms, your chest burning. You twist, barely dodging his second strike, his blades carving the earth where you stood. The rancor charges, roaring, its claws raised. Grievous turns, his blade spinning faster, faster, a storm of light. In a single motion, he slashes across the beast's chest. Blood sprays, hot through the bond, burning through your own veins. You scream as though cut yourself, stumbling back as the rancor roars in agony. Grievous laughs, sharp and cruel. Your beasts fall. Your sisters fall. You will fall. He strikes again. You parry, your blade screaming against his. Sparks blind you. Ichor burns through your veins, your breath ragged. His strength is greater, his speed sharper. You cannot match him, but you do not yield. You twist, you chant, your voice a scream of ichor. Green fire lashes from your hands, coiling around his arms. For a moment his blades falter. You strike, your blade slamming against his chest. The impact sends him stumbling back, his cloak tearing, sparks bursting from his armor. But he does not fall. He roars, his blades whirling faster, his body lunging again. The battle rages around you. Sisters scream as they fall, their blood spilling into the dirt, their chants silenced. Droids march forward, endless, relentless, their rifles cutting through ichor and flesh alike. The rancors roar and collapse, their bodies shuddering, their chains snapping. You feel the bond with your beast falter, its strength draining, its roar fading. You stumble, your own chest burning with its pain. Your vision blurs, but you fight on. You strike again. Isen, your blade cutting through droids, your chants binding their rifles, their circuits. You bleed, your blood mixing with ichor, glowing faintly in the firelight. You see Liss crawling, her hand reaching toward you, her eyes pleading. You stumble toward her, but a blaster bolt slams into her back, silencing her forever. Your scream splits the night. The ichor surges, burning brighter, sharper, louder. You feel it fill you, consume you, its voice a storm. Fight. Kill, survive, you obey. You slash, you chant, you burn. Droids collapse in heaps, their metal smoking. The ichor coils around your blade, your hands, your eyes. For a moment you feel unstoppable. For a moment you feel like storm-given flesh. But then you see it, the truth. The sisters fall, one by one, their chants silenced, their blades broken, their blood spilling into the earth. The rancors fall, their roars silenced, their bodies burning. The massacre is complete. You collapse to your knees, your blade dripping, your chest heaving. Smoke chokes the air, fire burns through the jungle. The sky glows with ships still descending. The ichor whispers louder, but its voice is no longer steady. It is desperate. Run! You look up. Grievous stands above you, his blades spinning, his mask gleaming, his laughter sharp. You fight well, he hisses, but all witches die. His blade rises. The sisters are gone. The rancors are gone. The fire burns higher. The massacre is done. And you... The night is fire. The red sky burns with ships that blot out the stars, their engines screaming, their shadows long over the jungle. The ground trembles with the march of droids, an endless tide of steel that crashes against the broken huts of your village. Smoke chokes the air. Blood stains the mud. The ichor itself writhes, restless, as though it knows its daughters are being slaughtered. You stand at the center of ruin. Around you lie the bodies of your sisters, those who fell in fire, those who bled into the earth, those whose chants were silenced forever. The rancors lie broken, their great forms smoldering, their roars gone. The ichor burns in your veins, louder, hotter, desperate. It does not whisper anymore, it screams. Fight, 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 and you do. Your blade glows faintly green, its edge dripping with blood and fire. You slash through droids, their metal bodies splitting, their circuits sparking. You chant, your voice raw, your throat burning, weaving ichor into chains that twist their rifles, into flames that consume their ranks. Every strike is fury, every breath is survival. But survival feels like illusion now. The massacre has bled into the last stand. At the village's heart, Mother Talzin rises like shadow given flesh. Her hands blaze with ichor. Her voice thunders with chants older than the Republic. She binds droids in chains of mist, tearing them apart with whispers alone. Her eyes glow brighter than the flames. She is storm. She is vengeance. She is mother. And yet, even she cannot stop them all. For General Grievous moves through the battlefield like death incarnate. His blades spin faster than sight, carving through sisters who rush him. Their screams echo only a heartbeat before silence. He leaps through fire, his cloak trailing like black wings, his mask gleaming in the ichor light. Each strike is a death, each motion is massacre. You see him cleave through 3 sisters at once, his laugh scraping through his throat like iron against stone. Witches, always screaming, always dying. Your chest burns with rage. You charge, your rancor, wounded but still breathing, thundering at your side. You feel its pain through the bond, sharp and heavy, but its roar still shakes the sky. Grievous turns. His 4 blades ignite, their hum sharp, their arcs deadly. The clash shakes the world. Your rancor lunges, claws striking. Grievous leaps, his blades flashing, slicing across its arm. It roars, staggering but does not fall. You strike from the side, your blade slamming against his, sparks flying, ichor burning through your veins. The impact drives you back, your arm trembling, but you hold. For a moment you stand against him, witch and beast against machine and shadow. For a moment you believe. The sisters rally. Those who remain, bloodied but unbroken, raise their voices in one last chant. Their voices weave through the flames, their ichor surges brighter, stronger. Green fire twists through the air, binding droids, burning ships, scorching the ground itself. The night becomes storm, red and green, blood and ichor, fire and shadow. Talzin's voice rises above them all. Daughters of Dathomir, tonight we fall, but we do not bow. Her hands blaze, her body glowing with ichor's light. The spirits answer her call, drifting from the shadows, their voices joining the chant. For a heartbeat, the battlefield trembles, the droids falter, the fire bends. But Grievous does not falter. He lunges again, his blades a storm. He cuts through the chant, through the ichor, through the sisters themselves. One falls, then another, then another. Their voices falter, their chants break. The ichor surges in pain, its voice shattering in your blood. You scream, slashing, binding, burning. You carve through droids, your blade dripping, your hands shaking. The rancor roars, smashing through steel, its body bleeding, its claws trembling. But the tide is endless. At last, Grievous turns his full fury on you. His blades whirl, 4 arcs of death. You parry one, then another, your blade sparking, your body trembling. But the third slams into your side, searing pain tearing through your ribs. You stumble, gasping, your vision blurring. The 4th blade rises, its glow burning above you. The rancor lunges, it slams into him, its claws raking across his armor, its roar shaking the earth. His blades pierce its chest, but it does not stop. It holds him, its body bleeding, its roar fading, but its grip unbroken. Through the bond, you feel its final strength, its final gift. Run. Your heart shatters as the bond snaps. The beast collapses, Grievous tearing free, his cloak soaked in its blood. His ooze. Laughter cuts through the night. Even your beasts die screaming. Your scream answers his. The ichor surges one last time, burning hotter than fire. You rise, your blade raised, your voice a chant of fury, of grief, of vengeance. You strike, your blade slamming against his, sparks blinding, your body shaking. For a heartbeat, you stand against him, storm against storm. But the tide is breaking. Behind him, the droids still march. Around you, the sisters still fall, the fire still rises, the ichor still screams, and then you hear Talzin's voice, inside your blood, inside your bones. Daughter, it is not yet your time. Flee, survive, carry the ichor's will. Her voice is thunder, her command is law. You stumble back, your chest burning, your blade trembling. Grievous lunges, but the ichor surges, pulling you into shadow, dragging you through mist, away from his blades. You fall, collapsing into the jungle's dark. The battle rages behind you, screams echoing, fire blazing, steel clashing. The last stand of the Nightsisters thunders into the night, and you, alone, broken, bleeding, are pulled into silence. The jungle is quiet, too quiet. No chants echo, no rancors roar, no sisters laugh or scream. The smoke has thinned, but its stench clings to the trees, to your hair, to your skin. It is the smell of fire, of ash, of blood spilled in rivers. Dathomir still breathes, but it does not sing. You stumble through the ruins of the village, your blade dragging at your side. The huts are shattered, their bones blackened. Green ichor still hisses faintly in the mud where your sisters fell, seeping into the earth like sorrow. Every step crunches bones or broken stone. Every shadow looks like a body until you draw closer. You are alone. The ichor in your veins is restless, sharp. It remembers the massacre. It remembers their screams. It remembers the rancor's last roar. Its whispers cut deeper now, not gentle guidance, not hungry command, only grief. Gone, all gone. You fall to your knees at the center of the circle where once the fire burned brightest. The earth is cracked here, blackened from blaster bolts, smeared with blood that glows faintly still. You press your hands into it, trembling. For the first time, you let your voice break. Why? The jungle does not answer. The ichor only whispers your pain back to you. Why us? Why now? Why me? Your scream splits the silence, raw and jagged, echoing across the ruins. But no sister answers. No mother steps forward. No chant rises to guide you. Only silence. Night falls. The red moons glow faintly above, their light pale through the smoke. You curl by the remnants of the fire, your blade at your side, your body heavy, your chest hollow. Sleep drags you down like a stone, but dreams do not comfort. They burn. You see the massacre again, sisters screaming, rancors falling, Grievous laughing, his blades cutting light through the smoke. You see yourself standing, alone, your blade dripping, your eyes glowing. You see Sidious in the fine, his chains coiling around the stars. And then, you see her, Talzin, not flesh, not body, shadow. Her form flickers in green mist, her eyes glowing brighter than the moon's, her voice sharp and soft at once. Daughter, you gasp, stumbling back in the dream, your breath sharp. Mother? Her face shifts, her outline wavering like smoke. Do not fear. I am not gone. The ichor is eternal, and through it, so am I. Tears sting your eyes. For a heartbeat you want to run to her, to throw yourself at her feet, to beg for comfort. But she is mist. She is shadow. She cannot hold you. You left us, you whisper, your voice breaking. You left me. Her eyes narrow, sharp. No, the galaxy took us. The Sith took us. Grievous was only blade. Sidious was hand. This massacre was not battle. It was cleansing. He feared us. He feared me. And so he destroyed what he could not chain. The words cut like knives. You tremble, your fists clenching. The visions of Grievous blur into Sidious's face, his yellow eyes burning brighter than fire. Talzin's voice lowers, sharper. You live. That is no accident. The ichor spared you. Fate spared you. You are not end. You are vessel. The Nightsisters are gone. But through you, we are not finished. Her mist swirls closer, curling around you, seeping into your veins. You feel her presence not only before you, but inside you, her voice in your blood, her power burning in your bones. You will carry me, she whispers. My will, my vengeance, my legacy. I am ghost, but you are flesh. You will rise. You will make the galaxy remember that Dathomir bleeds, but never dies. Your breath shakes. I can't. I'm not enough. Her voice splits the dream like thunder. You are Nightsister. You are ichor. You are mine. There is no cannot, only will. The mist coils tighter, burning through you. You see visions again. Fleets burning, Jedi falling, Sith laughing, Sidious cloaked in chains. And among them, you see yourself, cloaked in shadow, your blade glowing with ichor, your eyes burning green. Her voice echoes in your chest. The galaxy thinks us ash, but ash feeds fire. Rise, daughter, rise from ruin, for your path is not finished. It is only beginning. You wake gasping. The fire is gone. Only smoke remains. The moon's glow faint above, but the ichor burns stronger in your veins than ever before. And you feel her, not flesh, not body, but presence. Talzin lingers in your blood, her whispers faint, her power alive. She is ghost, but she is not gone. You rise slowly, your body trembling, your blade steady. The village is ruin, the sisters are gone, the rancors are ash, but you remain, and in you, she remains. The ichor whispers new words now, not grief, not sorrow. Command, survive, learn, strike. The galaxy will pay. You take your first steps out of the ruins, the jungle watching in silence. Your blade gleams faintly, your eyes glow sharper, your chest burns with ichor. You are no longer only daughter, no longer only survivor. You are vessel. The ghost of Talzin walks with you, and the galaxy does not yet know what it has unleashed. The jungle no longer feels like home. Its trees still twist into the sky. Its swamps still breathe ichor. Its shadows still whisper. But the song is broken. The massacre has scorched it. Where once chants rose and rancors roared, now there is only silence. Silence heavy as chains. Silence stained with smoke and blood. You move through the ruins, your blade strapped to your side, your breath sharp, your eyes always searching. The ichor in your veins hums with restless grief, with fury that has no outlet. Each night you expect to hear the voices of your sisters, but you hear only ghosts. Talzin's voice lingers strongest, her whispers guiding you forward, but even her presence is shadow. And then, you find them. At first you think they are phantoms, shapes moving through the fog, their chants faint, broken, but as they draw closer you see faces, bloodied, scarred, hollow-eyed. Sisters, survivors. There are not many, a handful only, perhaps a dozen. They move like shadows through the ruins, their blades dull, their eyes sharp with hunger and fear. When they see you, their voices rise, some in awe, some in accusation. She lives, one whispers, her tone sharp. The marked one, another sneers. Why her? Why not the rest of us? But Liss steps forward, her face pale, her body bruised but unbroken. Her eyes meet yours, heavy with sorrow, but also relief. You lived, she says softly. Thank the ichor. At least one of us still carries Mother's mark. Your chest tightens. You want to embrace her, to cry, to scream, but you do not. There is no time for grief, not here, not now. The survivors gather around a broken fire. Their voices are hushed, their movements restless. You see their wounds, their scars, their blood-stained robes. Some clutch their blades, others stare into the distance as if still seeing Grievous's blades cutting through their sisters. One speaks, her voice raw. The clan is gone, the village is ash, we are nothing now. Another snaps, her tone sharp with anger. We are still Nightsisters. As long as one of us breathes, we are not nothing. The words hang in the air, heavy, unresolved. Liss looks at you. What do we do? Where do we go? Talzin is gone, the sisters are gone. We are only few. If we stay, they will come again. If we flee, we are no longer Dathomir's daughters. We are exiles. The word cuts deep. Exile. Banished not by choice, but by survival. The ichor stirs in your veins. Talzin's whisper sharp inside your chest. Exile is not end. Exile is seed. Through ashes, fire is born again. You raise your voice, steady though your chest trembles. We are not nothing. We are the banished few. We will carry the ichor. We will live, and through us, Dathomir will rise again. The words ignite something in them. Some nod, their eyes fierce. Others only lower their heads, silent. But the decision is made. You are not sisters of the village anymore. You are shadows of exile. The days that follow are cruel. You move through the wilds, hunted by droids that still patrol the plains, their metal feet pounding like drums. Sometimes you hear ships screaming overhead, separatist craft, searching for stragglers. You travel only by night, your chants low, your fire hidden. The jungle itself tests you. Beasts prowl closer now, drawn by the blood and ash. You hear rancors roaring in the distance, but none answer your call. The bond is broken. The ichor does not send them. You must fight with blade and chant alone. Food is scarce, water bitter. Every step feels heavier than the last. One by one, some sisters falter. One collapses from wounds left untended. Another does not wake from sleep, her breath gone, her blood quiet. Each death is another chain tightening around your chest. But you endure, because you must. One night, as you hide in the roots of a massive tree, Liss sits beside you. Her voice is soft, heavy. I dreamed of her, she whispers. Mother, she told me we are not finished, that the galaxy has not seen the last of us. You tremble. I dreamed the same. Her eyes widen, her hand gripping yours. Then it's true. She is still with us. You nod. But the truth burns sharper in your chest. Talzin is not simply with you. She is inside you. Her ghost lingers in your blood. Her whispers coil in your mind. And sometimes, when you speak, you feel her voice echo beneath yours. Vessel, she calls you. Child, shadow, the thought chills you. You are not only survivor, you are something else, something heavier. Days pass into weeks. The banished few dwindle further. Some are lost to beasts, others to despair. The ichor hums weaker with each death, its song fading into silence. At last, you and the remnants reach the edge of the great swamps, where mist rises thick and the air tastes of rot. Here, you hide in caves carved by water, far from the eyes of droids, far from the patrols of war. But even in hiding, danger finds you. One night, shadows stir at the edge of the swamp. You rise, blade in hand, ichor burning in your veins. From the mist, you see them, figures cloaked, not droids, not beasts, humans, mercenaries, bounty hunters. Their rifles gleam in the moonlight, their voices sharp. "Found them," one growls. "The witches are alive." Blaster fire splits the air. You scream a chant, green flames flaring from your hands, droids of smoke coiling to shield your sisters. The banished few rise, their voices joining yours, their blades flashing. The swamp becomes battlefield, fire and ichor clashing with steel and plasma. But the bounty hunters are skilled. For every one that falls, another strikes harder. Sisters stumble, their chants falter, their blood spilling into the swamp. You slash, you burn, you fight, but they are too many. Until the ichor surges. It burns through your chest, sharper than ever, Talzin's voice screaming in your mind. Rise, you are not exile, you are vengeance. Your eyes blaze green. Your voice splits the night. The swamp itself answers. The mist thickens, the roots twist, the water rises. Shadows of spirits crawl from the ichor, their faces twisted, their voices shrieking. The bounty hunters falter, their rifles useless, their screams loud as the swamp devours them. When silence returns, the swamp is still again. Only bodies remain, swallowed in ichor. The sisters stare at you, their eyes wide, some in awe, some in fear. Liz whispers, her voice trembling. "What are you?" You cannot answer, because you do not know, but you feel Talzin's voice in your blood. You are mine. You are the banished few's flame, and through you, our vengeance begins. The sisters retreat deeper into the caves. Their voices are hushed, their eyes heavy. You know what they whisper when you are not listening, that you are not only marked, that you are haunted, that Talzin's ghost is not guide, but master. And in your chest, you fear they may be right. That night you sit alone at the swamp's edge, the moon's glowing pale above. The ichor hums louder, restless, alive. You hear her voice again, clearer than ever. "Child, vessel, you are no longer only daughter, you are legacy. Through you, the banished few will rise. Through you, Sidious will pay." The swamp ripples, the mist curls. For a moment you see her form again, Mother Talzin, green and ghostly, her eyes burning, her hands outstretched. "Do you accept?" she whispers. The ichor burns. The swamp watches. The sisters wait in silence. And you... The swamp never forgets. Its waters still reek of blood spilled by bounty hunters. Its mist still hums with ichor twisted into screams. Each night, the banished few gather around a hidden fire, their faces pale, their eyes hollow. They chant, but their voices are quieter now, their rhythm broken. They are alive, but they are not whole. You sit apart, not because you choose to, but because they choose it for you. Their eyes linger too long on you, not with hatred, not with envy, with fear. They saw what you did in the swamp, how the ichor did not only answer you, it consumed you, how spirits rose at your command, shrieking, tearing flesh from bone. The banished few whisper when you pass, that you are not sister anymore, that you are shadow, that you are curse. And in your chest, you wonder if they are right. The ichor whispers louder now. It does not wait for ritual. It does not wait for chant. It coils in your blood when you sleep, in your breath when you wake, in your steps as you walk. Talzin's voice threads through it, sharp and unyielding. "Daughter, vessel, you carry me. Through you, vengeance breathes." Sometimes, when you look into the water, you see her face staring back, not reflection, but apparition. Her eyes glow green, her lips curl faintly, her voice coils into your ear. But sometimes, it is not her face. Sometimes it is yours, twisted, hollow, eyes burning brighter than fire, a shadow of you, whispering words you dare not speak. You are not vessel. You are curse. You smash the water with your hand, but the image does not fade. The ichor lingers, laughing. One night, Lys approaches you by the fire. Her face is pale, her hands trembling. She kneels beside you, her voice barely more than a whisper. They fear you, she says. I don't, but they do. They think the ichor has taken you, that Talzin is not guiding you. She is using you. Your chest tightens. And what do you think? She hesitates. Her eyes glisten in the firelight, sorrow heavy in them. I think you are still you, but I don't know how long that will last. Her words cut deeper than any blade. You want to protest, to scream that you are not curse, but the ichor hums in your veins, restless, alive, and you know the truth. Every gift of shadow has cost, and the cost is always you. The next night the visions begin again. You dream of Dathomir as it was, before fire, before massacre, the village whole, the sisters chanting, the rancors roaring. You see yourself among them, laughing, training, living. For a moment, you feel warmth again. Then the sky burns red. Ships descend. Fire consumes the jungle. Grievous's laughter splits the air. Your sisters scream, their blood spilling, their bodies falling. You see Lys die again, her hand reaching for you. You see the rancor collapse, its roar silenced. You see Talzin's form flicker into mist, her voice echoing in rage. And then you see yourself, standing among the corpses, your blade glowing, your eyes burning green. The ichor drips from your hands like blood. You are alone, you are alive, but you are not you. You are shadow. You wake gasping, your chest heaving, your blade clutched tight. The fire is low, the sisters asleep. Lys stirs, her eyes meeting yours. For a moment, you want to tell her, but the words choke in your throat, because you know the truth. This is not only dream, it is prophecy. The days grow heavier. The banished few avoid you more. Their chants grow quieter when you join them. Their eyes linger sharper when you rise. You feel the fracture widening, not of the clan, but of you. And Talzin's voice grows louder. Do not fear them. Fear is weakness. You are ichor. You are vengeance. Through you we rise. But another voice whispers, colder. The shadow of you in the water. You are not rise. You are fall. You are curse. You will destroy them as surely as Sidious destroyed us. The two voices coil together, sharp and endless, tearing at your mind. You clutch your head, your breath ragged, your chest burning. The ichor hums louder, louder until you scream. The sisters rush to you, their eyes wide, their voices sharp with fear. One shouts, "It's happening again! The curse takes her!" You stagger to your feet, your eyes glowing, ichor spilling from your hands like fire. "No!" you scream, though your voice cracks. I am not curse, I am, but the words falter, because in your chest you feel it, not control, not power, hunger. The ichor does not serve you, it consumes you. That night, you wander into the swamp alone. Lys follows at a distance, but you do not stop her. You kneel at the water's edge, staring into the reflection. Again you see her, Talzin, her eyes burning. Do not fight it, she whispers. Accept it. The galaxy will chain you, unless you chain it first. This is not curse, this is gift. But the reflection shifts. Your face returns, twisted, hollow, eyes glowing too bright. The shadow smiles, its voice sharp. Gift? No, curse. You will destroy everything you touch. The sisters, Lys, even yourself. That is your fate. You smash the water, your scream splitting the night. Stop! The swamp falls silent. The ichor only hums, satisfied. When you return, the sisters are waiting, their blades raised, their eyes sharp. One steps forward, her voice steady, though her hands tremble. You are not one of us anymore. You are shadow. You are curse. If you stay, you will doom us all. The others murmur, some nodding, some looking away. Lys pushes forward, her voice breaking. No, she is not curse. She is survivor. She is hope. The words cut the circle in two. Half in your defense, half against you. The ichor burns in your veins, sharper, louder, restless. Talzin's voice hisses. Strike them, bind them, lead them. The shadow's voice laughs. Kill them. Prove the curse true. You stand in the firelight, your blade trembling in your hand, your breath sharp, your chest burning. The sisters wait, their chants low, their blades steady. Lys's eyes meet yours, pleading, desperate. The night holds its breath, and you. The sisters do not speak to you anymore. Their chants break when you approach, their eyes dart away, their voices fall to whispers. Only Lys dares stand near, her hand brushing yours sometimes, her gaze heavy with sorrow. But even she trembles, caught between love for her sisterhood and fear of what you are becoming. You cannot blame them. The ichor burns louder each night. Talzin's whispers carve through your chest, sharper than blades. And in the water, you see not only her but yourself, your reflection twisting into something hollow, something monstrous, the shadow that calls itself you. It is only a matter of time before they banish you, or worse, before they rise against you. And perhaps that is why he comes. It begins with silence. The swamp grows still one night, its insects quiet, its mists heavier. The sisters sleep in the caves, their breaths shallow, their bodies curled close together like prey. You wander to the edge of the water, unable to rest. The ichor hums beneath the surface, restless, whispering, and then you feel it, a presence, heavy, cold, watching. You turn. A figure steps from the mist, cloaked, hooded, his face shadowed. Not a sister, not a hunter, not a Jedi, not even Grievous. Something worse. His voice is low, steady. You survived. The ichor in your veins burns hotter. You know that tone. Not Sidious himself, but one of his shadows, his emissaries, his pawns, the same who came before, who brought threats and fire. You raise your blade, your breath sharp. Leave, or I'll... He lifts a hand, calm, cold. If you meant to strike, you would have. You are not fool. You know what hunts you. Jedi, Sith, droids, mercenaries, even your sisters. You cannot survive them all. His words cut deep, not because they are lies, but because they are true. What do you want? You whisper. His hood tilts, his eyes glint faintly yellow. To offer you what you already know you need. The swamp mist curls around you, coiling like chains. His voice weaves through it, smooth as venom. My master knows of you. He knows you are more than survivor. He knows you carry her. Your chest tightens. Her? His gaze sharpens. Talzin. The name cuts the silence like a blade. You feel her ghost stir in your blood, her voice hissing in your ear. Do not answer. Do not bend. But the emissary continues. She lingers in you, a shadow, a ghost, a curse. My master knows this, and he does not fear it. He welcomes it. You shake your head. Your master killed her. He slaughtered us. The emissary steps closer, his presence heavy, suffocating. He feared what she might become, but you are different. You can be shaped, molded, trained. He offers you more than survival. He offers you destiny. The ichor hums louder, Talzin's voice sharp. Lies, chains, poison. But the emissary's words cut just as deep. You wander with exiles, hunted by beasts and machines. You lead nothing, you save nothing. Is this what Talzin died for? Or will you rise, take what power waits, and avenge her? Your blade trembles in your hand, rage burns in your chest. The massacre, the screams, Grievous's laughter, Sidious's chains. What if he is right? What if vengeance cannot be won in exile? He reaches into his cloak. You tense, but he does not draw a blade. Instead he produces a shard, black stone etched with crimson runes, glowing faintly with dark energy. It pulses in the mist, its hum vibrating in your bones. This is a gift, he says. A key, not chain, not leash, a path. My master does not demand, not yet. He only offers. Take it, and you will hear him. Take it, and you will see what he sees. Take it, and you will know how to kill him. The words strike like lightning. To kill him. To kill Sidious. The thought is fire in your veins. Impossible. Madness. And yet, the ichor hums louder, restless, eager. Talzin's voice rises in fury. Do not touch it. His power poisons. His words bind. His gifts are chains. But the shadow in the water whispers back. Take it. Take it. Through his chains, you will break yours. You stare at the shard. Its glow pulses in rhythm with your heart. Lys stirs in the cave behind you. She steps into the mist, her eyes wide when she sees the emissary. Her voice trembles. What are you doing? The emissary does not move. He only waits. Lys's voice rises, sharp with fear. Don't listen. Don't take it. It will destroy you. The ichor burns. Talzin hisses. The shadow laughs. The emissary waits. You stand between them all. Between sister, mother, shadow, and Sith. Your hand trembles. Slowly, you reach out, and the shard pulses brighter. The swamp shakes, the mist thickens, the ichor screams in your veins. Talzin's voice cracks like thunder. Lys's cry pierces the night. The emissary's smile sharpens beneath the hood. The choice is made, and the swamp itself seems to hold its breath. The shard still burns in your hand. Its black surface glows faintly with crimson runes, its hum pressing into your bones. Since the emissary vanished back into the mist, it has not gone silent. It whispers in your dreams, it throbs in your chest, it drags your gaze when you try to look away. A gift, he called it, a key, but you feel the weight of it, like a chain. The banished few no longer sleep near you. Even Lys keeps her distance now, her eyes sharp with worry, her voice trembling when she speaks. The others whisper the same words over and over: curse, shadow, Sith's chain. But Talzin's voice is louder. You cannot flee this. The galaxy burns, child. If you would strike back, you must take more. Power alone cannot stand against Sidious. Ritual is needed. One last ritual, one last binding, and through it you will rise. The ichor hums in your blood, restless, eager. You know what she means. A ritual beyond chance, beyond blood, beyond even the bond with beasts. A ritual that fuses flesh and spirit, ichor and will. A ritual that has been whispered but never spoken aloud, except by Talzin herself. The last ritual. Night falls over the swamp. The sisters gather at the fire, their voices low, their eyes on you. Some glare, others avert their gaze, but all know. They feel the pull of what you carry, the shards hum echoing through the ichor. They know something is coming. You rise, your blade at your side, the shard burning in your palm. I will not let us fade into ash, you say, your voice steady though your chest trembles. We are not dead. We are not broken. Through ritual, we will rise again. Tonight, we call the ichor one last time. Gasps ripple through them. One hisses, no. The last ritual is forbidden. Another spits. It will consume us. It will consume you. But Lys steps forward, her face pale, her eyes wide. If we do nothing, we die anyway. If we follow, maybe we live. The circle falls silent. All eyes turn to you. And in the silence, you feel Talzin's ghost curl closer, her voice sharp in your blood. Begin. The fire is fed with blood. Not beast, not prey. Sister. The banished few cut their palms, their blood dripping into the flames. The ichor rises, green mist curling higher, twisting around their bodies. Their chants weave together, raw and desperate, echoing through the jungle like thunder. You step into the center. The shard in your hand glows brighter, its runes flaring red against the ichor's green. The clash of colors twists the air, the fire bending, the mist writhing. Talzin's voice fills the circle, though no lips move. Blood binds flesh. Ichor binds spirit, shadow binds destiny. Tonight you are not one. Tonight you are many. Tonight you are Dathomir. The sisters chant louder, their voices breaking, their blood dripping faster. The mist coils around you, thicker, sharper, seeping into your veins, burning through your skin. You raise the shard high, its crimson light clashing with the green fire. The ichor screams, your vision shatters. You are no longer in the swamp. You stand in endless dark. Green mist drifts through it, but so does red flame. The two twist together, battling, devouring, consuming. Shapes crawl in the smoke, faces of your sisters, your rancor, Talzin, even yourself. Some scream, some laugh, some weep. At the center stands Talzin. Her form is clearer now, her body half light, half shadow, her eyes burning like emerald fire. She raises her hands. Daughter, vessel, child of shadow, the ritual binds you now, but you must choose. Ichor or shard, green or red, legacy or chain. Behind her, another figure stirs. Cloaked, vast, endless. His yellow eyes burn like suns, his laughter shakes the dark. Sidious, you cannot run. His voice hisses. Even here, I hold you. The shard in your hand burns hotter, heavier. Its crimson runes flare, its hum deafening. The ichor burns brighter in your veins, green fire searing your chest. Both demand, both pull, both promise. Talzin's voice thunders. Choose me. Choose Dathomir. Through me you will rise. Sidious's whisper coils sharper. Choose power. Through me you will rule. The sisters' faces writhe in the mist. Lys's eyes pierce through, wide with fear. Don't lose yourself. please. Your body trembles, torn between fire and ichor, shadow and chain. You feel yourself unraveling, your flesh burning, your spirit twisting. The last ritual does not give, it devours. You scream, your voice shattering the dark. The swamp returns. You collapse to your knees, gasping, blood dripping from your mouth, your veins glowing green and red at once. The sisters scream, some chanting louder, some crying out to stop. Lys grabs your arm, her voice breaking. You're killing yourself, Talzin's voice hisses in your chest. Rise, child, rise, and you are no longer only you. You are Nightsister reborn. The shard pulses brighter, its crimson light spreading across your veins. The ichor surges louder, burning green fire through your body. You feel them clashing inside you, tearing at your soul, threatening to shatter you apart. The last ritual demands sacrifice. You realize now, it was never about survival, it was about price. The banished few fall to their knees, their blood spilling faster, their voices cracking into screams. The ritual consumes them too, their bodies glowing, their eyes hollow. One collapses, her flesh burning away into mist. Another dissolves into shadow, her scream fading into silence. Lys clutches you tighter, tears streaming down her face. Please, stop this, it's not worth it. But the ichor screams, the shard burns, Talzin whispers, Sidious laughs, and you, caught between gift and curse. Sea, blood and shadow, are left to decide what you will become. The fire roars higher, the swamp shakes, the sky itself seems to burn, and as the ritual consumes all, the world holds its breath. The fire never dies. Even when the chanting stops, even when the sisters collapse into silence, even when Lys's trembling hand slips from yours, the fire still burns. Green and crimson flames twist together, screaming into the night. The swamp trembles beneath them. The air shakes. The sky cracks. The last ritual has not ended. It has only begun. You are on your knees, your chest heaving, your veins burning. Green ichor sears through your blood. Red chains coil through your bones. Talzin's voice howls in one ear. Sidious's laughter hisses in the other. You are vessel. You are prey. You are storm, you are nothing, you are everything. The banished few scream. One dissolves into mist, her body unraveling into the ichor. Another bursts into flame, her ashes scattering into the swamp. Lys clings to you, her tears cutting through blood on her face. Stop, please stop, you'll kill them all. But the ritual cannot stop. The ritual devours. Your vision fractures. You see the galaxy, not as star maps or war zones, but as wounds. Every world bleeds. Coruscant burns beneath Sidious's shadow, fleets clash above Mandalore, Jedi fall screaming on nameless battlefields. You see clones slaughtering their own masters, their eyes empty, their steps endless. You see Sith laughing, their chains binding tighter. And then you see yourself, not flesh, not blade, shadow. Green fire burning in your veins, crimson light searing your chest. Your face split into two halves. Talzin's eyes staring through one, your own hollow gaze through the other. A whisper cuts through it all. This is the echo. This is forever. You collapse forward, your palms slamming into the ground. The swamp screams with you, its waters boiling, its trees cracking, its mist howling. The banished few cry out, their voices breaking, their bodies glowing. Lys grabs your shoulders, shaking you, her voice raw. Fight it. Don't. Let it take you. But the ichor surges again, dragging you deeper. Talzin's voice cuts like thunder. Do not resist. Through you, I live. Through you, we rise. And Sidious's whisper slithers through your mind. Through you, I conquer. You scream, torn between them, your body burning, your soul splitting. For a moment you believe you will shatter. For a moment you welcome it. But then you hear another voice, faint, fragile. Lys, not mother, not Sith, you. Please, choose yourself. The words cut sharper than the ichor, sharper than the shard. You lift your head, your breath ragged, your vision searing. The fire still burns, the ritual still devours, but her voice anchors you, and for the first time, you speak not with Talzin's ghost, not with Sidious's shadow, but with your own voice. No, I am not chain. I am not vessel. I am me. The fire explodes. Green ichor surges upward. Crimson flame shatters outward. The swamp shakes as if the world itself screams. The banished few collapse, some lifeless, some whispering prayers, their blood feeding the earth. Lys shields her eyes, her scream lost in the roar. And you rise. Your body glows with ichor's green, but the shard's crimson burns within your chest. Both powers fight, both consume, both devour. But you stand, you hold them, you bend them. For the first time the voices fall silent. Talzin's ghost fades into the mist, her eyes lingering in sorrow and pride. Sidious's whisper withdraws, his laughter echoing faintly, promising he is not finished. You stand alone, but not broken. Silence falls, the fire dies, the swamp breathes again. Only a handful remain of the banished few. Their faces are hollow, their eyes wide. They look at you not with sisterhood, not with hate, not with envy, only awe. One whispers, "She is no longer sister. She is more." Another breathes, "She is curse." Lys steps forward, her face streaked with tears. "No, she is hope, the last echo of us all." The words settle heavy in the night, because you know they are true. The Nightsisters are gone, the clan is ash, but through you something remains, not whole, not pure, but eternal, an echo of what once was. The ichor hums softly in your veins, not screaming now, not devouring, only waiting, whispering, echo, echo, echo. Days pass, the survivors scatter. Some wander deeper into the jungle, some flee off-world, hiding in shadows, selling their gifts for coin or safety. The sisterhood is no longer circle, it is broken glass, shards cast into the galaxy. But you remain. You walk the swamps alone, your blade at your side, your blood burning faintly green, your chest pulsing faintly red. You are not sister, you are not exile, you are not vessel, you are echo. Where you walk, the ichor stirs. Where you breathe, shadows rise. Where you bleed, the earth remembers. The galaxy will forget the massacre. It will forget the village. It will forget the banished few. But it will not forget you, because you are not flesh that dies. You are shadow that lingers, the eternal echo. One night, as the moons rise, you look into the swamp water again. Your reflection stares back, green eyes burning, crimson chains glowing faint beneath your skin. Not Talzin, not Sidious, not Shadow. You. For the first time you do not look away. You whisper to the reflection, to the ichor, to the galaxy itself. You will remember us. The water ripples, the mist curls, and faintly, so faintly, you hear your sisters' voices rise, not in screams, not in chants, but in echoes, endless, eternal. The jungle listens, the ichor hums, the stars above burn silent, and somewhere, far away, Sidious stirs, his eyes narrowing. He has heard the echo too, but it is too late, because echoes never die.